Cannabis, we stand here high and proud for thee. Oh, cannabis, the sacred plant of peace. Woo! Thank you very much. Enjoy your weekend.
The one and only Neil Magnuson. I hope you guys could hear that well enough. At the same time, we're also starting the broadcast of the stream. At the same time, so much going on. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Neil Magnuson. Kills it every year, man. Does it. I'm also live streaming the show Fridays over here on Cannabis Culture on Pot.tv. No, on SaveOnRadio.com. You see how much stuff's going on here? Oh my God, I can't believe it's all happening. But what's going on next is the start of Cannabis Culture News with the one and only Jeremiah Vandermeer. Hey, there's my head on the stream. And it's all on Pot TV doing it as well, too. So let me hand it off to the head Ewok himself with the start of Cannabis Culture News over on Pot.tv and the Cannabis Culture Facebook page.
What's up, potheads and political junkies? You're watching Cannabis Culture News Live. Jeremiah Vandermeer here, CEO of Cannabis Culture and Pod TV, with my co-host, Mr. Cookie.
Hey, everybody.
And and of course, sitting right in between us here is Mr. Jeffrey Lumstrom.
What is up, everybody?
The man who brings everything you see to you here. He's a fantastic activist, an amazing human being, and a very good friend of mine. Jeff, we're going to get into talking to you a little bit here on the show about what's happening. I just want to tell you guys, Cookie and I do a show on Pod TV every Friday called Cannabis Culture News Live. You can tune in at 4 p.m. Pacific time. And we've had the honor of bringing this show to the stage here at the Prairie Cup every year. So thanks to my big man Jeff here who asked me to do that. And man, I just appreciate that. I'm hugely honored to do it. I love you so much, man.
Well, we're glad to have you back. We're glad to have the Pod TV crew and the CC crew in the house. We appreciate everything you guys do. You know, the early years inspiration that got the Prairie Cup going to what it is today. So without doing the show and getting to know everybody, what's up, Pod TV? Everybody watching, without any of that, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be sitting here, right? You know, so it's been 8 years. 8 years, man.
8th annual. It's amazing, my friend.
Right.
And I wanted to get into a little bit with you here, as we often do, about how this whole entire Prairie Cup thing started, why you wanted to do this amazing project, and how, you've been able to put in so much hard work over the years to bring this to people. So why did you get this thing going in the first place?
Just traveling around Canada. So I think people heard this story once or twice. Traveling to Toronto, traveling to Vancouver, traveling overseas, and seeing what they do in everywhere else. So I go to Toronto and I go to the Toronto Cannabis Cup, or Treating Yourself, or I go to Dana Larson's Ganja Games, Marijuana Bowl. I go see all these amazing events, and I was like, how are they doing this in a province that's a couple over from mine? Because we're all the same country. So I was like, that's got to happen in Saskatchewan. So then it took me yelling at a bunch of people for like 2 years or 3 years until people started listening and going, oh man, there's something really happening in the prairies.
Well, you were making things happen in the prairies on the marijuana tip for a while with your store Skunk Funk.
Correct. That was a hub, right? I call it the stepping stone to activism. So if you really want to get a push into the industry, go start a company and open a head shop and get crazy. Once you're in, then it's just a matter of working what you're passionate about. For us, it's legalization. It was legalization of cannabis. It was medicinal-based cannabis. It was equal rights for everybody across the board. If you can fucking pop Oxycontin for pain, you should be able to smoke cannabis for pain.
For sure.
Just arguing the fundamentals. Before the medicinal movement, I kind of give praise to the medicinal movement because that kind of helped fund like the movement of legalization. I think sort of helped push normalization of cannabis. For a long time, we were demonized for what we do, right? So there's
big time.
There's a lot of stigma around being a pothead. So,
still happening too,
right? And there's still people are uneducated because they've been told for years that it's this one way when it's actually another way. So I mean, if I smoke, at least I have a 30 gram a day license, so I don't smoke all of that, but I consume a ton. In concentrates, and then I do a lot in edibles and tinctures and stuff like that. So 30 gram a day, that's a ton of cannabis. There's people getting real smoked out, like in the prairies. We've been getting high for so long here, right? It just nobody ever noticed, right? We were just like, let's run with it. And yeah, things are born. Things are born. Your activism's born. Your store's born. All the work that you put in the Prairie Cup got just steamrolled to where it is now. Like when we first started, there was this area right here where Tom and Sean are standing. So, I mean, there was hardly anybody. People grabbed their judge kit and left and went home for the whole weekend. You know, we didn't have more than like 40 people in the house at any given time. There was definitely no trade show stuff. So it was just a big empty space. This is unbelievable. We opened the whole upstairs this year. That's awesome. We have booth spaces up there and places for people to hang and smoke and watch the show. You guys having fun up top?
Up top.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Are you nice and stoned? Thanks for coming out. You know,
you guys that's as high as you can get in the building, actually, up there.
So honestly, if it wasn't for everybody here, I wouldn't be sitting in this spot telling you my story about how it all got going. Like, and the people, like it's the people, the medicinal patients, the venue spaces, everybody. It's a team effort. And, you know, like guys came in Continental. I stole half his crew this morning to come over to my house. I've been up since 5:30 this morning, if anybody wants to know. On the go.
Busting your ass, making all this amazing stuff possible, getting the judges kits, which I have right here, the amazing Prairie Medicinal Harvest Cup judges kit, and I want stomper this year.
I just want to go through just something in the passes. You guys will see, if you guys are around, if you're a judge and you have a judge pass, there's a different pass that floats. It's also a judge.
What's the difference?
It's called the Connoisseur Pass. It just kind of lets people know that if you have one of these around your neck, you work in the industry. So you are involved in some way. You were either part of this, or you sponsored, or I think you're special and I just gave you one. So there's somebody cheering. Anyway, so the Connoisseur Pass, if you guys want to meet industry, this is the pass you're looking for if they're holding this up. If they got a judge pass, then they paid to come and be part of this event and judge this event, which is huge. Like, we couldn't do that. Online voting set up. When our wonderful host, Matt Myrna, takes the stage after the show, he will run over the full judges kit as well as the judges form, how to fill it out, how to be involved, and what that all looks like. So after the show, Matthew Myrna, the cannabis champion, coming. He's upstairs getting ready. And he's an amazing host.
We can see the sheen from his sequins, brighter than anything in the building from here.
And we got Mike Rita somewhere in the house. I think he's doing some.
Right.
He's going to make you laugh tomorrow night. I'm hoping the house is packed. And I'm just thankful. Everybody's here. I'm thankful for everybody come out. I couldn't do it without all the support, like I said, without all of you here.
Totally, man. And I really, truly believe that this is the friendliest cup in the country, or maybe North America, the world. I don't know, man, but it's a lot to do with the love that you bring this place, and just you as a human, the love that you have. It reflects, I think, on everything in this place. And also this venue, man, you just managed to keep it all together in this venue. A lot of the cannabis expos you go to, or things, cups, they spread you all over town.
In the bigger cities, they are kind of spread out, but I mean, there's a lot more to see in a place like Toronto where there's 3 million people, right? Saskatoon, we got a small group of us that are hardcore, so
this one makes it my favorite,
in this room, right?
And you can just see for miles, so it doesn't matter where you are.
Yeah, exactly. Get up on top of the building.
But I always found that it was important to stay in one location, a more intimate location, right? Keep it all together, because it's easier to control you being silly and high.
Exactly, and
right?
you can get to actually hang with the people that you want to. You know, one of the great things about these gatherings is that it brings our community together to share ideas, to bat stuff around, to see each other at least once a year. And this is the one, man, where the love really comes through. So
well, that's why it's called the friendliest cup in Canada.
That's right.
So, and I didn't dub it that. I got its name somewhere along.
Actually, everybody argues over who came up with that name.
For sure.
Opus thinks he did. I think I did. Everybody thinks they did.
I did.
Yeah. Neil Magnuson does too.
Yeah.
You know, whoever.
Jeff does not take any claim.
I don't take any claim to that. I did, but if it turned out to be the friendliest cup in Canada, that's awesome. That puts a smile on my face.
Yeah,
because it's a lot. I got a lot. I go through a lot. So
no kidding, you do. You hustle constantly, man, and you really like even today you were really hustling hard before you got here, just in the nick of time getting it all in here.
Luckily, we were ahead of the game this year a little bit. We were a day early on a lot of stuff that we normally do on the last day, but I also had a smaller crew than I had last year.
Totally.
So that makes a big difference in how things get quickly they get done.
Absolutely.
The tent out back delayed me an hour because they didn't deliver it on time. So, but I mean, always little hiccups, but somehow we managed to be here and we managed to pull it off, and everybody manages to get stoned. Are you stoned yet?
Woo! Yeah, not enough. Not enough, obviously.
Then smoke more.
So, Jeff, there's a whole bunch of fun things happening over the weekend. It's not just going to be us yapping. You've got live music coming.
Yeah, there's the sax guys are coming back to rock out again.
Yeah.
Nice. I think he's bringing some acoustic. I think that's tomorrow night. We got a DJ tonight, hip-hop DJ coming at 8 o'clock. We got Smoking Silly. There's volcanoes upstairs. There should be anywhere to plug in a dab nail. If you need a dab, come down. Everybody give it up for Continental Concentrates, our title sponsor this year.
Right.
I couldn't have done it without these guys. They're amazing, and the booth looks great.
Come down and see the sauce bosses here.
Sauce bosses.
The sauce boss.
Sauce bosses.
And I really want you guys to pay attention to the Prairie Cup sign that's up on the wall. If you guys have never read that before, that came from a place called HQ, headquarters in Barcelona, Spain. And they were nice enough, we gave them a shout out on the bottom. They were nice enough to let me use their mission statement as my mission statement to the Prairie Cup. And I just believe a lot of words on that sign there. So it means a lot. Take a picture of it, read it over when you're really high. Because that's what I did. I got super fucked up in Spain, my first time going to Cannabis, and super high. I left my bong at HQ that night. I was so high. And I just looked up, and it's right on their wall when you look up. And I'm like, that is the greatest thing that is the greatest advice ever given to human beings. So it just basically says love each other, want less, not more, and enjoy yourself and enjoy each other. Like it's the most humble thing in the world, man. Yeah, it's a great message. And if you've never been to Barcelona to Cannabis, I highly recommend it. It's the largest international cannabis event in the world, right?
I never went yet.
It's pretty amazing. Yeah,
in Europe, for sure.
It's huge, though. When you go, it's
massive.
It's like nothing you've ever seen because it just looks monstrous. And the amount of money that they spend on that expo, like seriously, each booth is probably worth $1 million.
Did you hear their recent? They just announced something about CBD.
No CBD allowed in the
saw that.
Or
yeah, man,
that's
crazy.
In food supplements, so that's like protein powders and such.
So
I've been hearing mixed things about CBD isolate and how some of it is apparently people are saying that it's not necessarily good for you.
Yeah, I heard it wasn't good for your liver or something, or enzymes in your stomach, but I have no solid proof, so I don't honestly know.
We definitely should do something on Pod TV
Hear a lot of things.
Maybe taking it in really high doses. Like it's hard to say how anybody's going to react to that, right? Because nobody's really used it for as long as they have cannabis. They've just started isolating that within the last few years, right? So
it's a very new thing to identify each chemical by itself, isolate it, and then just hit that hard all the time. Usually there's the entourage effect. You're mixing these different things. So there's a lot of cannabis science that has yet to be done. I'm excited about the future for that reason. I think that
legalization should give birth to some of that, right?
Exactly.
And
speaking of legalization.
So who's ready for legalization October 17th?
Upper Deck's going for it.
Yeah.
I've been legal for 10 years. I got my license in 2008 for medicinal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I tell people I've been legal for a decade. They're like, holy shit.
Well, and it's funny, the legalization, we're going to talk a little bit about this more on the show. And we're going to talk about what is actually being legalized and what is not, and what the specifics of some of those rules are, just so people have a little bit better of an understanding if they don't already. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of great things happening because of legalization. I mean,
there's a lot of shitty things happening
there's
because
also,
of legalization.
It could be a heck of a lot better than the way they've designed it. And so, I think we still have to keep pressing for the rules that we want to change in the future. Because it's not over yet. We can keep changing things.
I think they're setting up for people to fail. So I think they're setting rules so that people will fail, because like that guy who thinks he should carry 35 grams instead of 30. So what, he should go to jail for that extra 5 grams? That seems insane. Or the guy who grows over 4 plants, because you know that's going to happen. And how are you going to regulate and control all that, right? Like,
well, the idea.
Who are you to say? Like, who's to say? Like, if you're going to free the plant, then you should just let it go. But they want to monopolize and control, and that.
Unfortunately, they're
all
not
their
actually
arguments are
decriminalizing
crazy.
cannabis.
It's all about those Benjamins.
Yeah, they're only identifying certain types of cannabis that will be considered legal cannabis. The rest will be illicit cannabis.
So I have
Illicit right here on the
a
table.
massive theory on it. Would you like to hear it?
Yes,
Let's
please.
hear this theory.
Okay, so this is why I think that current LPs are failing at production, because they're having a lot of dead crops. You see that one recently in the greenhouse with all those dead plants.
I saw that video, but I wasn't sure what the source on that was.
And then they're just having problems like that. And my theory is, I've been a producer of cannabis for a long time. My theory on it is that there's a harmonic balance that happens between the grower and the plant. Kind of like the way the harmonic balance between a bee and a flower.
Yeah.
So they collect the nectar to take back to their hive to create honey and life, and that's a harmonic symbiont existence. So I think that same thing happens between a grower and their plant. So if you love your plant and care about what it does, and your value for it is to help yourself and to help others, then the plant gives you what it needs, because it recognizes and understands. I think when they're trying to mass produce it, they're trying to make the plant do something it's not capable of giving, because they want it for greed. So they keep having all these pest problems and powder mildew problems and all these root rot problems, because they're trying to grow the plant to a capacity it's not capable of giving at.
Yeah,
but that's
growing
just
big
my
shows.
own personal theory on it, only because of years of growing. I grow very small gardens for myself, and they are absolutely spectacular. And I never have any problems with bugs, powder mildew, any kind of root rot, any kind of nothing.
I think there's
grow
got to
it
be something to that, because there's a lot of scientific evidence out there that when you love your plants or play the music or talk to them and do these other things, that they actually do grow better. That's empirical science. I don't know if it's specific to cannabis plants or not, but there's definitely something about loving your plants
Just
when you
every
grow.
plant, I guess. Yeah.
I just think there's something important going on between growers and people that grow craft cannabis, and why it's so good. Like the stuff that you're smoking in your Judge's kit is some of the best craft cannabis in Canada.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna dissect these growers.
There's
or
20,
these Judge's
23
kits.
entries.
Yeah,
23.
there are 23
in
total.
We
and
got them all out front right
I
here.
actually have
we
my,
come in, Jeff's like, here, boys, here's some work to do.
Yeah, so, and Jeff, these are growers from across Canada, I guess?
They are growers and friends from across Canada that produce and or make extracts in a fashion that I believe is the best.
And we have our judges, what do you call this thing? How you mark down your winners here.
That's your official
entry form.
judges form. That's
Judges
right.
form.
Matt's going to go over that in detail when he gets on stage after your show.
Yes,
show
Matt
anyone your
Murnau will
code.
be
Jerry,
teaching
you're
us
showing
how
people
to
your code.
judge cannabis properly.
That's right. How to have it all figured out.
And so you've got 5 indica strains, 4 sativa strains, 6 hybrids, and 8 extracts on the list.
23 in total. We came up shy, 5 short. So normally we like to have 10 in concentrates, in extracts. We like to have 6 in all the flower categories, but sativas always come up shy. And I wasn't chasing people this year for their flower, so I said either you get it to mean you want to be part of it or you don't want to be part of it.
Right.
We actually, believe it or not, we had this, the craziest thing ever happen, and I want to talk about it on the show because it drove me like absolutely up the wall for a minute. Okay. But we had a guy that's Saskatchewan based. He's here in the prairies. I don't know if Alberta or Saskatchewan, but he's a grower. And he misread the information on the pamphlet. And he thought that the flower entry, the concentrate entry was the flower entry. So he showed up with 30 grams.
No.
And when I told him, look, I need a little bit more than that, he was fairly upset with me. He was so upset with me that he decided to make an anonymous phone call to our news talk radio station about the Prairie Cup and their entry amounts.
That's
I got a phone call.
Free advertising from the press.
Yeah.
I got a phone call from them trying to ask me a bunch of questions, and I was so confused. I knew right away who it was, but I want to just publicly shame whoever that was.
Oh, man.
They know who they are, but that's a pretty low thing to do.
And why?
You make a mistake. And he told me to go F myself on the way out the door, too. So,
oh, geez.
So he wasn't a very
Louise.
nice guy, and he claims he's part of the community. And I figured.
But so why call the media and what? So they're going to call you up and be like, "Well, you sure asking for a lot of weed."
Be like, definitely
they did call me up and ask me that.
grams.
And then I was like, well, what are you going to try to say something negative? That's insane. I said, we're trying to do something positive here. I said, and I'm not going to disclose to you what we asked for because that's ridiculous. Why do you need to know? And I was like, do you run a cup? And he was like, no, I've never run a cup. And I'm like, well, then how would you fucking know?
Right, exactly. Good.
So it just sort of turned into a scenario that I wasn't happy about.
Did they talk about it at all in the press?
They never did. Here's the thing. He called the radio station I advertised the Prairie Cup with.
Man, they're like, right on, we know about this.
So I said, you can't slander me and expect me to pay for the ads. I was like, so they were like, don't
at
worry.
least not with like giving your side of the story.
That,
like it doesn't even make sense that they would report on something like that.
And that's a shout out to Rock 102 FM, Rolco Radio in Saskatoon.
Yeah.
Handling the Prairie Cup, advertising now for
it's cool they let you buy ads.
The last
awesome.
5 years. Oh yeah, they rock it now.
Nice.
Well, because they know legalization's coming.
Yeah, they want to get in on it.
That's correct.
You got to get him a booth here one year. You got to get him down in a booth.
We should.
Yeah.
Doing live radio next year when it's legal.
Just right there, yeah.
Yeah.
You know they'll come.
And so
they're
Jeff,
like, we're live at the Prairie Medicinal Harvest Cup.
That's one of the things.
Radio.
Talking with Jeff Lundstrom here.
One of the things I wanted to bring up with you is all the amazing vendors that are here.
Yeah, how many vendors are here?
17 vendors this year.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
17. So give it up for everybody who's got a booth here.
Yeah.
We appreciate your support.
A lot of them.
So first year we opened upstairs. We got three, four vendors upstairs, and then we packed everybody else in this crazy event center.
This event center is awesome.
Coors Event Center.
Now it used to be O'Brien's.
O'Brien's, that's right. And I'm assuming the Coolers company paid to have their name on the outside, and now it's the Coolers. We'll just call it the Event Center because I'm not very good at pronouncing booze names.
And
I can pronounce marijuana strains, no problem, but alcohol, I don't know. I called it coolers, like
Cools.
Cools, yeah, coolers.
Coolers. Well, and maybe
but yes, the event center. Give it up to the event center. Hats off.
One day it'll probably be named after one of the big LPs or one of the
right Tilray Event Center.
The Tilray Event Center. Yeah. I don't doubt it at all. But so not only do you have all these amazing vendors here, but
I do have a list of all the vendors, but I left it at the front because I hadn't eaten for a while. It was a little silly for a bit.
We can get you to do that later.
I left my clipboard, but we will go through all the sponsor list for sure. And maybe somebody who's listening at the back might bring me my clipboard.
Bring the clipboard.
Maybe Carly might be able to grab that. Carly Marley, can you grab Jeff?
She doesn't know where it is.
Where is it?
It's up front with the girls.
At the coat check-in place.
So Jeff, I wanted to talk to you about. I'm staring right across here at some amazing trophies. We're going to talk about them a little bit later, but those are for all of the people who win in this competition.
Those are what it's all about. The cup and the prize pack that we'll bring on Sunday. We leave them at home because
last year, 2 years ago.
2 years ago, somebody stole one off the table.
Yeah.
So we leave the prize pack. We leave them all at home until Sunday, so they're safe and secure. Because there's a lot of stuff in those.
So what's in the prize packs?
In the first place, you got to shout out to Air Riser Air.
Air Riser.
So Air Riser, every year I email them and I say, hey, can you send me some vaporizers for my cup? And they said, no problem, Jeff. They sent 4 Air Riser Extreme Qs.
And cool little vaporizers, man.
That's right.
Really
And then they sent little jars. These little jars, glass jars that are in everybody's kits.
Cool.
So they're the best. And they sent a sticker. On the back of the sticker's a 15% coupon. So, okay.
Yeah,
there we go. Okay, we got
Air Riser.
We're going to go through the vendors list. Okay, so we got Buzz King Seeds, Shay's Roots, The Grow Room, Sustainable Organic Solutions, Quick Grow, Hayes Bros Compassion Club, Quad Father, Fukushima Pre-Roll Factory, Terp King, Patients First Saskatoon, Herb and More, BC Canna Juice, Modacan Backcountry Labs, Top Drawer Canna, Have 710 Baking, Thompson Caribou, and Prairie Cannabis. Everybody give it up for all those vendors.
Woo!
You guys are all amazing and we love you.
Oh, and look who just crashed the party here.
Oh, Mike Rita's in the house.
Full crash
Mr.
coming
Mike
in.
Rita.
It's a full crash now, man.
Canna comedian extraordinaire.
Yo, it's an
Okay,
illusion.
we'll go over the continued sponsors. So
What is it?
our elite title sponsor, Continental Concentrates. Our entertainment sponsor is Top Drawer Canada. They help pay for Mike Rita to be here.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Top drawer.
We
Over
got
in the
Shay's
corner, check
Roots.
'em out.
We got
Good
Shay's Roots as a premium sponsor. We got Quick Grow as a premium sponsor. We got Thompson Caribou as a premium sponsor. Prairie Cannabis is a silver sponsor. Expert Joints and CLN Network and their media sponsors, Pot TV, our media sponsors, and Smokers Guide Canada, our media sponsors.
Yeah.
So those are.
Thanks to everybody.
Did I get everybody?
I think you did.
Did I get everyone?
A lot of great names, a lot of great people.
and just as of recently, CC on Broadway.
Ah, yes.
Yes, Greg Williams, Marijuana Man.
Marijuana Man. We're going to bring him up
sponsored
here
the cup
too.
a little bit, so I really appreciate that. My
That's
hat's
awesome.
off wherever he is. I'm sure he's close.
Well, these guys make it all happen.
Right there.
Yep. Oh, there he is. He's not far. So yeah, I mean, you talked a little bit about the prizes, but we haven't talked yet, Jeff, about something else that we do here every year, and that's the Can Olympics.
The Cannabis Olympics.
The Cannabis Olympics.
We do have the Cannabis Olympics sign-up sheets at the front where you picked up your tickets. So if you want to be involved in the events that will be running tomorrow and on Sunday, we have 5 events this year. We added one.
Oh shit.
We added one. We want to try to keep it up and try to add some every year. So.
Do you remember all the names of the events?
I know them.
You know 'em.
Okay, so
What do we got?
There's synchronized dabbing.
Which is hilarious.
Right. There's the Great Way Out.
Yes, the Great Way Up.
There's
with
the
scales.
Iron Lung.
Iron Lung.
There's the fastest joint roller.
Always
and then
fun.
there's the fattest
Lickety
joint
split.
rolled.
Fattest joint. That's the new one.
That's the new one,
That's
the
huge.
fattest joint
huge.
road.
Squish
So
it
that's
in
a
there.
big
Fattest.
joint,
Dana Larson should enter that.
right? So
Yeah, and there's some of them are
okay.
a little bit like you might.
There's rules.
Self-explanatory, but what is the Iron Lung?
The Iron Lung is a recycled hit. So you basically want to take a toke and then inhale and exhale smoke as many times as you possibly can.
It's like the breath of fire.
That's called the Iron Lung.
Iron Lung.
That's right. That's
Yep.
right. And then the fattest joint rolled this year, the new competition is, it's sponsored by Gringo. They're going to have the papers
Gringo.
for everybody. So shout out to
Yeah.
Gringo. And so they'll have the papers, and you're going to have 10 minutes to roll the fattest joint you can in a 1 1/4 paper without ripping it. So if you rip your paper, you're disqualified. So
No ripping.
Shattered.
now I got to tell
Stuff
you
it
guys,
fat.
when I did the fattest joint rolled, I don't think I may enter this year, but when I did it in Vancouver, I rolled 3.1 into a 1 1/4 paper. So just so you know, that was almost an eighth of weed I rolled into a 1 1/4 without ripping that bitch.
That's fun.
So
That's
not bad.
I blew everybody else out of the water by a half a gram. There was one other girl that came close, but she ripped her joint. So.
She must have been crushed. Dreams
So-
just crushed under her.
So I'm excited. The Cannabis Olympics are always fun. They're fun events. I've picked a lot of them off. Synchronized dabbing I came up with on my own. A lot of them I picked up from Dana when he had the fattest joint
Amsterdam
rolled
Bowl.
and the Great Way Out. A couple of those were Dana's. So thanks to Dana Larson, who will be here at some
He's
point.
coming tonight.
Honestly,
Signing
man.
books. We're going to get him
Dank
set up,
Larson.
signing books.
Larson's
And-
gonna
Now,
be.
Jeff, is that all
Carson.
happening on
Dank
stage, or are we doing that at
No.
various points
Yeah, we're-
around
What?
the Can Olympics?
The Cannabis Olympics will be hosted at the front Continental Bar right here.
Beautiful.
So all the events will go down right out front here.
Fantastic.
And we'll be hosting it, and everybody can get in. And that's why we left this area open this year and opened up top so people could go smoke up there. So
Yeah, very
how's
cool.
everybody doing? You stoned?
Yeah,
Upper deck.
Are you enjoying the live Pot TV show?
yeah.
Give it up for Jeremiah.
Come on, Saskatchewan, let me hear you make some noise!
Margarita, Cookie Monster, who gave me this fucking epic brick of hash.
Man, you know what's fucked up
So
too
if
in those
anybody wants to
rolling
get that
competitions? If you're having a rolling competition, you start getting nervous and your hands start getting sweaty. and then
your
start
paper's
breaking
gonna
out
rip.
even more, for fuck's sake. It's being gross.
It's true.
The integrity
what I'm
breaking
saying.
down.
And Mike,
It
first
takes
time here
skill.
too. What's good, brother?
Yo, this is my first time here in Saskatchewan in
Well,
general.
virgin.
And I've only heard about this
Did you get
fest.
white-hatted?
Everybody's always told me. And then when I came here this year, everyone said it's the nicest and most welcoming one, but it's so
Friendliest cup.
Yo, man, I don't know. People don't know. The Thursday is the real day that nobody knows about, man.
I miss it every year.
You fucked up, man. Last night was a party, man.
Don't tell them about
Yeah. It's the secret day, man. You know,
We did a little broadcast on Pod TV last night, so if they want to see what we
Did
were
you
up
really?
to,
Oh,
we
yeah,
did,
that's
from the
hilarious.
restaurant. Yeah.
people don't know.
Through
That's
the
a
thick
tease.
cloud.
Next year.
We do a big pre-party, industry pre-party before on Thursday night. If you guys don't know, shout out to Conga Cafe here in Saskatoon.
Yo,
Yeah.
yo, if you don't know the
Shout it
conga, you don't know the conga, man. That shit's fucked.
Amazing Jamaican food.
201 or 204
Avenue,
H
yeah, Avenue. We had to we called the cab there yesterday, and the guy ditched us when he seen how high we all were. It was awful.
Jeff, one other thing that we are trying to get you to do this weekend, and I didn't know if it was going to happen or not, is the 30-foot vapor bag.
The 30-foot volcano bag is coming
Wow.
back. I got to
Yeah.
find it. Yeah.
We got to find it, though.
I
Is that
got to
right?
find it.
Yeah, this is the venue for that thing. You just shoot it
Oh,
from
it just
You got a lot of
It goes
space.
all the way across the stage. But yeah, we're bringing back the 30-foot volcano bag. It'll be
I
here
love that.
tomorrow.
That's
Like,
what I'll
So
be
we'll
doing.
fill it up tomorrow for sure.
That'll be what I'll do while I perform. I'll
That's
do
like the
comedy while
morning.
trying to finish off 30 feet of vapor bag, man.
So we should tell everybody the times that things go to. So the doors open to the general public here at 3:30. And, of course, we get
3:30.
fired up at 4 o'clock with something every day. And then we go till midnight. It's a long day. We're going to smoke ourselves retarded. And so we smoke and we get heavy. And then we have an after party for industry upstairs after. And then tomorrow will be the same thing. The doors open at 3:30. We rock out again till midnight. And then Sunday is our award ceremony and wrap up, which starts at 12. So we get going a little early on Sundays. But we're done early. We're done at 6 o'clock. And then the industry after party at Schreier Smoke Barbecue Shack. So
There you go.
pretty excited about all that.
And then on Sunday, we have the award ceremony.
Award ceremony. We're going to present the cups. And the cups, of course, brought to you by Shine Glasswork. And you got the contract first year. I gave a shout out to the 3 glass blowers. And I said, make me a cup. And whatever you make me, it's got to be nice. And don't charge me too much. And 2 of them made these small little cups and overcharged the shit out of me. And Ryan made this beautiful big cup and charged me like $150. And I was like, you're doing the cups for life. And
Shine glass.
and now he does all 12. So
There you go.
and that's
Killing
for,
it every year.
Yeah, we appreciate that since year 1. So he's been doing he's literally every year he's created the trophies.
And we
this
have-
year they look unreal.
We have the glass blowers right in the middle of the room here doing their thing as well.
Yeah, I don't see
Literally
any of them
blowing
working,
glass.
so they
Nobody's-
must be out getting high.
They must be.
But yes, we will
Eating.
live glass blowing demonstrations all weekend. That's part of the fun right here at the Prairie Cup. So
Yeah. And sitting right next to you there is Mikey. We haven't even talked about his little
Mike
comedy
Rita.
act. He's doing some stand-up this weekend.
Mike Greta is going to make you
sitting
laugh
down right now.
tomorrow night, or going to try to make you laugh.
Oh, you're gonna laugh,
it'll
you
work.
fucks.
He is a comedian. He claims to be a
That's
comedian.
a threat. Yeah.
There's gonna be a crazy show tomorrow night, and if you haven't watched my comedy, you just Google it. You can see me. I've done a bunch of TV shit, but the most important shit you can find, if you're listening right now and you want to know who the comedian is tomorrow, just Google Mike Rita, Kevin Hart, or Mike Rita Just for Laughs, and then you get to see some great clips of me working in the Montreal Comedy Festival. And it's always a pleasure to do weed events because they're so much more different than the normal corporate life you live in.
You
comedy.
do a lot of them. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's how you
But the
survive in
crowd is
comedy.
different,
It's
aren't
corporate,
they?
but it's a whole different thing, man. Like,
Yeah.
nobody makes stoners laugh. And because stoners they think they're like, ha-ha, like Cheech and Chong stoners. You think they're going to come up here and be like, you ever eat peanut butter? And people are like, what the fuck are you doing? You need to really tap into what it is to be a stoner because these guys don't smoke weed and eat peanut butter. You got to be like, hey, you guys ever do 20 dabs and think about cooking bacon, but you don't because of how much work it takes and, shit like that where you're like, yeah, I do that all the fucking time for fuck's sakes. Well, that's my whole life.
I find very often that I get too high to even laugh out loud, and I'm like,
nobody's laughing.
this is
man.
very funny.
That's why you
But-
got to be entertaining because a lot of times people, it's not that they're not enjoying it. I dare you, the viewer at home, to do like 10, 15 dabs in 3 hours and laugh. You forget to breathe, for fuck's sakes. You're gonna laugh? What do you think you are? Who are you, better than me?
I always got air in my lungs for a
What do you
laugh.
think? You're gonna do 15 dabs and laugh? My eyes are barely staying open.
So funny.
What people
Well,
fall
that's gonna
asleep
be
at
fun.
weed shows all the time, and it's never a bad thing. It's really funny. You just kind of roll with it and love life.
It's
Yo,
good to
your
have you here,
samples
brother.
are wild, man. we were smelling samples upstairs, and anybody's got a sample bag, you're in big trouble because
there's homework.
So
to
we
do
have
here.
we have our sample bags here. I don't know how many other. Does everybody in the
Straight
crowd have their
fire.
judges kits?
Everybody should have their bag,
Yeah.
except a few stragglers.
Yeah, you stragglers, what the fuck?
I thought maybe
Stragglers.
Craig,
Get your judges
homie
kit.
Craig over here could bring us the camera.
probably all upstairs
we could get a
getting
closer
high.
look at some of
Upper
this stuff.
deck.
Carly
Yo,
Marley
there's
can
a
do
heavy
that.
sesh going on upstairs.
Like,
I like
Shout
that.
out to all the security who just normally works here on normal events because they're like, this is the best event of my life. For
yeah,
Yeah,
fuck's
let's
sake.
no, the
take a look at
security
some of
always
this
loves
stuff.
it. We had to
Oh,
send
yeah.
one of them home because I was like, we don't need 3 guys.
We don't need 3 guys. This is the
No.
most non-violent event ever.
Oh yeah, they just got to make sure the passes are good and everybody's having fun.
Passes are good. Man, stoners are crafty. There's got to be one guy in here with a fake pass. Right? One guy is like, I did it, yo. I got in.
Connoisseur.
Dude, it's not that much money. You could have just got, nah, dude, I went all out. I got the laminate machine. I used the laminate machine.
The laminator from Staples.
I don't know if anyone's listening, so I'm just going to do fart noises for the next minute.
Thanks, man. That's what I paid him to come here
Right?
for.
Yeah, dude.
That's it. Mike, read to everybody.
That's going to be the Yelp review. That's going to be in the Yelp review. The whole
farting.
festival was amazing, except for those few seconds where someone was farting on the microphone. It's highly inappropriate.
There's an appropriate time.
There is an appropriate time to fart into a microphone. Yes, that is 90% of the show. Is germs. We found out a cool nickname, germs.
Germ, yeah, that's right. That was one of the nickname that didn't last through all time, but my
It's because you're a
childhood
J, bro.
friends.
To me, you're a J, bro. Germs is like that one guy with like a really weird goatee.
From overseas or something.
Do you know? Yeah, and he's got like, yeah, he's like German or like, yo, what are you, Germs? What are you saying? What? I'm not doing anything.
I'm from
just,
Denmark.
I just wanted to do the dab, get rock out. You're like, what?
when
Nobody
you're
says get
stoned,
rock, though.
popcorn smells delicious.
yeah, it smells like popcorn in here.
They're brewing popcorn over there, and
Oh,
it smells.
I
good.
heard
smells
there's
like the movie theater.
a few amazing infused treats out there
Will that be
too. Like
infused
there was
popcorn?
Slurpees, there was mini donuts,
Yeah, there's
infused
mini
mini donuts
Mini
here.
donuts and ice
Cold
cream.
pressed
And ice
cannabis
cream,
juice.
yeah,
know
the
it's
whole
fucked up,
thing.
though.
Cannabis
Cold
juice
pressed
Slurpees.
cannabis
That's
juice.
right,
We can go
cannabis-
drink that actually.
Unbelievable.
I like
Yeah.
Cold
hot-
pressed cannabis juice.
I
we're
like
going
hot
for.
press.
Yeah.
I'm a hot press guy. I want it to be warm
And you can
and
infuse
weird.
just about
And
anything these
fermenting.
days.
Right?
Yeah.
Bath bombs.
Kombucha.
Got a bunch of infused bath bombs.
Hey Carly.
It's fucked up because if you get high, you don't even want infused popcorn. You're like, I just need normal popcorn right now to bring me back to normality.
Yeah, like when I go to the movies.
Yeah. You're like, I need movie popcorn right now. I'm fucked.
I need a dab, man, too.
That's what I
gotta
came
do
down
those
here to do
things.
dabs and talk
Oh, I
shit.
didn't mean
and
to.
now
I don't want to steal
I've
yours.
lost all.
Let Rita go first.
All right. I did a little one. I'm gonna shit's fucked.
Real dab.
Yeah.
Rita dabbing.
On the sublimator. Gotta give the sublimator some love here.
Are we allowed to shout them out?
Yeah, we should.
Hell yeah.
Sublimator, shout
Rico.
out.
You guys don't know.
Vaporization.
I don't go anywhere. I don't go. Yeah, gasification. I don't go anywhere without my sublimator. I pretty much it goes everywhere.
I was trying to think
Overseas.
of their theme words. I was like,
I don't
beyond
mean to sound dumb, but are
vaporization.
they a Canadian company?
They are a
Canadian
Canadian
company,
company.
yeah.
Wow,
That's correct.
sick. Okay, sick. But he's French. He's Montreal French. man?
Montreal.
Yeah,
correct.
invented, founded by Mr. Enrico.
Yeah.
Enrico, yeah.
Enrico's the man.
I've met him before, actually. I met him, and I wasn't sure if he was Canadian, European, because people travel around. Guys like that are fucking.
Yeah, he's
English, French, and Spanish all at the same
Yeah, he's
That's
got so
right.
much going on. Like,
English,
this guy can't
French,
be
Spanish.
Canadian. This guy's
he speaks Spanish too
Bro,
fluently.
he's all,
Yeah,
he's
that's
all
why you
kinds
think,
of
that's
like.
why you think he's from overseas.
Bro, when
He
you
speaks
meet this
Spanish
guy,
as well.
you honestly don't know.
in all of them.
Yeah, man, you don't even know. You're like, are you English or he's French or he's Spanish? What are you? He's like, I'm all of them, bro.
Three-quarters.
I'm Enrico.
In all of them.
Yeah, shout out to Rico. Love to have him back. at the
Whatever I
cup.
just dabbed got me really high.
Come back from Sublimator
Good.
pretty soon. too.
Oh, Craig
Yeah,
says stay
big
tuned
thanks.
for a comeback from Sublimator soon.
All right, here's a real discussion.
That better
Wait.
fucking happen.
You guys think like this kind of thing will be popular for home use as soon as legalization?
Oh, it's popular right now for home use.
That's
It
what I mean.
is.
But that's between this community, and because we're always in this community, our perspective is a little bit skewed because we're like, of course, everyone's doing it because it's like a high number of people that we know.
True, like
Yeah.
smoking 10 joints in a day.
That's what I mean. Smoking 10 joints a day is crazy. You ever tell someone that who doesn't smoke weed, they're like,
There's
10? I haven't smoked 10 this year. You're like, chill,
You're like
what?
missing out, bro.
You're like, if
What's
we
that?
know we're going to breakfast, I'm smoking by 8. A lot of people are going to want cool things for their home to get high.
They're gonna want the vaporizers.
I think the vaporizers are going to be huge.
Pens are gonna be huge.
Those pens are huge to the everyday or normal Joe. People love that. You know what the first thing they talk about is walking around the mall or going to pick up their kids in the car. Movies. Man, discretion. That's huge. I wish we could get a discussion with the audience because there's a lot of people going. But man, like literally, those
guys are not discreet.
I was
gonna.
gonna
No, these guys don't give a fuck.
I was
These
gonna
guys are
point
doing
out-
dabs in the middle of a family park. Yo, globs. Dude, globs in the park, bro. Hashtag globs in the park.
But Mikey, you were saying before that this is going to be popular when legalization gets here. The problem is, though, dabbing will remain illegal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Unless
once
you got
we have-
a medical card in all
But the
its form.
supplementer, it makes
You know,
your weed go so far.
That's going to be one of those things,
0.1 of a
too.
gram of flowers, it gives you a full-blown dab.
Oh,
Yeah, the
fuck.
sublimator
Right.
also
Yeah, you
takes
can
flour.
use it for flour. Yep.
Yeah.
You betcha.
I'm going to say something
I
straight up.
only use mine for
As
flowers.
soon as weed becomes legal and it becomes normal, this weird black market for concentrates will change. There'll be a government brand concentrate in a little container because they're going to realize that everyone's going to want something that they can do instantly. This is the most convenient shit to ever happen to weed ever.
Or people will
Totally.
be making concentrate at home with the flowers they buy
Of course
from the
they are.
government.
You need a hair straightener.
Yeah.
Hey, sweetie, can daddy use your goddamn hair straightener? He needs to get high before the pizza gets
Making
here.
the
for fuck's
rosin
sake.
tonight.
Yeah,
know,
rosin
like,
tech
yeah.
will be very popular.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hair straighteners are going to shoot out the fucking roof, man.
Yeah,
Best
High-powered
now is
hair
hair
Straight hair again,
straighteners.
like the 80s.
Just don't drive, everybody.
Hey, you think
Don't
the people who
drive.
make torches don't know what's going on? You think torch companies know that, like the baking torches that were the first thing that everyone was
Laser?
using?
The creme brulee torches.
Yeah, creme brulee
Yeah,
torches. You think those guys were blown away a few years ago when their stocks were just...
They're like, there's a lot of people eating
Yeah.
creme brulees
Yo,
right
man,
now.
they think it's the cooking shows. They're like, dude, it's these cooking shows, man. Everyone wants creme brulee, dude. It's all of us getting high as fuck. Like, what's a brulee, bro?
Brulee this.
Dude, brulee is like a witch's thing, I think, man.
Well, you know what? We did want to talk on the show a little bit more about what is actually being legalized and what's not. I was going to bring the glass blowers up here, but we could just do that afterwards. We could talk about the legalization now because there's a lot to talk about.
There's a ton to talk about with legalization.
Because October 17th is legalization day. But the problem is, it's not really the full legalization that everybody wants it to be. It's all good, Mikey. Yeah, some of us are calling it fake legalization. But, you know...
Prohibition 2.0.
Prohibition 2.0. There's a lot of people who are very optimistic about how things are going to look down the road and are saying that this is a first step. And I truly believe that that is possible, that we can continue to change things. But we got a lot to still change. Bill C-45, that's the bill that the federal government passed that is going to make cannabis legal. It kind of separates cannabis into two types of cannabis: legal cannabis and illicit cannabis.
Illicit.
Right. And so if you don't buy it from a government source, and that means a grower from one of these licensed producers who sells to the government, then the government sells to the stores, then you'll be able to buy it.
Correct.
Or you'll be able to buy it directly from one of the LPs if you have a medical license, along those lines. And the provinces are having their own portholes online where you can buy cannabis through them, like the Ontario government will have its own. So there's a lot of online buying of cannabis in the new system.
Just in
Sight unseen.
Saskatchewan alone, they did a lottery to
Right.
determine who was going to get these licenses.
Right.
And like 51% of them went to one company. I'm pretty sure Canopy Growth or something like that.
And these are for
Right?
storefront locations.
And so they say that that's nearly impossible to have drawn 51% of the. They're only giving out like 40 licenses, and like a bunch of those are supposed to go to reservation land, which makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
That's where cannabis would help those people the most.
Yeah. One of the
maybe some
drawbacks of the way that they made the federal legislation is that it basically busted up into decision making across the spectrum. So the provinces get to make
province is
decisions.
different.
Exactly. So every province will be different, and every municipality, every city will be different as well,
Like
and
BC
can make their own rules.
already has a platform.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, and
CC's
it's not very
operating every
good.
day, Vapor Lounge upstairs for how many years, right?
Yeah, Cannabis Culture's been around doing it for, well,
Right.
it's our 25th anniversary next year of all of our stuff.
Right, so-
Vapor Lounges we've had for over a dozen years.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but
we're
that's-
talking over a decade for
Yeah.
just sitting in a lounge getting high. So
And those won't be legal either. Consumption spaces will not be legal. Now, this is one of those things
Look
that's
at what
ridiculous.
happened in Calgary and Alberta. Calgary, they were talking about different spots to smoke in public parks,
Green
and then
areas,
they just fucking shut that. They just shut it down. It's like they still want you to hide in your basement with your joint and tell nobody.
But only if you own
high.
your place.
Make sure you do your shirt laundry before you go to work, right? Like, don't be stoned. But we want to hire you. I did a news interview like a month ago, 3 weeks ago or something. They came to the shop and did a thing about should you be hired in the cannabis community or in the cannabis industry if you've had previous charges for cannabis.
Right.
And I was like, well, those are probably the smartest people to hire.
They know
what the fuck's going down, right?
That's the experience.
If you got arrested for it, chances are you got a clue on what it does to help you.
Exactly.
Right? So,
and unfortunately, a lot of places, like the province of Ontario, for instance, they're making harsh rules that say anybody who was breaking the law or anybody... Actually, I think Ontario, when they really got down to it a couple days ago, it's not as bad as they were going to say. So I'm actually optimistic about Ontario's. But Alberta, for instance, if you had illegal dispensaries before, you're not included.
Quebec is saying no growing at all.
Yeah, Quebec, they don't like any of it.
We're just going to lock you up.
Yeah, and there's a lot of municipalities
Quebec's
themselves
always
that have
so
banned
extreme. One or the other.
stores.
They're just like,
Well, they don't want to take away that illegal drug money.
Right.
That's the problem. You make it illegal.
Pourquoi?
And then the people who move all that weed down there are going to suffer. And in Quebec, and that is all controlled by crime syndicate.
Right.
So it's controlled by bikers or other type of gangs that are there. So of course they're going to make a rule like that because you don't want to legalize it. Everybody can grow their own. They're not going to go to their buddy down the street to get it. Who gets hooked up by Joe who's growing it for Buddy, right? Like it's a numbers game.
And the more restrictive those regulations, the more you're going to have organized crime in charge of it.
Anywhere you don't want to allow cannabis to just be free and growing is the place where you want illegal money to continue to control the existence of it. And they
really
talk all their hypocrisy about getting it out of the hands of children has got to be safe. It's all bullshit.
Well, and that's part of the way that they're rolling this out is
safe, Smave.
Yeah, they're continuing to demonize cannabis as if it's really bad for people, and I think that's a really sad thing to do because cannabis helps so many people. And look at the medical side of it. They're not even the federal government did not actually make a medical, any sort of allowance for medical stores themselves. And in the provinces, they're basically, like the province of British Columbia, they're banning medical stores completely. You're not allowed to even call it a dispensary. You're not allowed to have the word dispensary on your cannabis store.
That's never going to float. There's too many patients that need the help.
Actually, currently...
What about the signs around Saskatchewan from SGI? They got a pipe equals DWI.
Yeah.
So they're like... Or DUI,
man.
They're driving under the influence shit.
No, the driving rules, that's its own whole beast as well.
This is what I got a problem with Canada's regulations. When they want to stop finding you criminally responsible, then they want to find you financially responsible. Oh, you're jaywalking. That's not really a crime, but it's going to cost you a ticket. Oh, you parked your car there and didn't plug the meter. Well, we won't arrest you for it, but oh shit, you owe us money.
Right.
So weed's the same thing. Oh, you got 31 grams on you. Well, here's a ticket for 2G.
Right.
Or you know what I mean? You got to do community service or whatever. You know what I mean? They just want to get paid.
Exactly. And
that's a sad existence you got to live in.
It's better than going to jail for it. Guaranteed getting a fine is better than going to prison for it. So
I agree, but it
still
sucks.
But it's still, they hit you hard.
Why is it that, like I said, that when they no longer find you criminally responsible for something, they'll find you financially responsible? That to me is considered extortion. Right. And our government is guilty of doing that on a highest level of every Canadian citizen that has rights. I just find it insane that that's the world that we live in.
They have to make money to pay for these bombs somewhere.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, and technically, any weed after October 17th is going to be illicit cannabis unless it comes from one of the stores that's technically legal. So I don't know how that's all going to roll.
Well, no, because I still have a medicinal marijuana license,
medical
right?
people, but
so get your license if you guys need to get signed up. Shay's Roots here around the corner.
Shay Roots,
but there's a lot are signing people up. So
there's a lot of medical dispensaries in Vancouver right now. Over 100 of them, and all of them will be illegal after October 17th.
Yep.
And the province of British Columbia, Mike Farnworth, the pot czar, has said that he's going to start raiding them, arresting people, seizing the cannabis, and charging people fines that are twice the price of the cannabis in order to try to shut them down.
So you got to keep a little bit on hand.
Unfortunately, the new system...
How much money public money are they going to spend to do that? They're going to use tax dollars to lock up people.
Like the BC
They're gonna
people
have it.
cannot be happy about this.
They're going to have it from their cannabis sales and all the tax they charge, because they're charging stores, as part of their plan, high taxes, like 10 to 15% on top of every other tax, will go to the shop owners who have private stores in British Columbia.
You literally have to get high just to deal with everything they got coming. You're like, oh man, it's
Super
way
high.
too fucking much. I just want to smoke talking about it.
Thankfully,
Like,
though,
what the fuck?
thankfully in BC right now, there's a court
Same.
case in front of the Supreme Court of British Columbia that might actually have an effect on the way the stuff is rolled out and the way that they eventually deal with it. The court case is, I think, at least 60 dispensaries that have got together, including Cannabis Culture, and are doing what is kind of like a constitutional challenge. It's called a test case.
They're
And
in court right now for that,
we're
are they
in court
not?
for
Right.
it. That's right. John Conroy,
Right.
a team of amazing lawyers, including Rob Laurie,
Yep.
Jack Lloyd,
Right.
Dean Davidson.
So
The closing arguments were made, and it's in front of the judge now. But of course, they submitted a whole heck of a lot of evidence, including basically the entire Allard case. So the
Nice.
judge is
Well,
going to
the
have to go
Allard's a
back and
wonderful
spend some
case.
time on this.
Allard
which is still currently running as like there's still an injunction
Right.
Still
on
on
our
that pink
program
piece of paper.
from our MMAR program from 2014.
Yeah.
So I still hold a pink piece of paper. Grow
Same.
my medicine.
What Conroy
to
said
basics.
is, he's like, just take Allard, basically all of Allard, which was about home growing and allowing patients to continue to grow their own cannabis at home as a constitutional right. Conroy says, just substitute out dispensaries for home growing, and it's the same case. And that's what the sort of angle that they were taking.
You should be able to get your medicine, if you're recreational or medicinal, anywhere you see fit. And
Right.
the companies that exist, even in this building alone, should be the ones that have the right to represent and give you that, at least the
come to that
opportunity.
table, yeah.
So I
Should be
think
the first ones there.
we've seen a lot of people either switch over to the other side, which I understand, because if you're not with them, you're against them. And then there's all the rest of us that still believe in what we do here, that
Right.
will make a difference, and that they will just leave us alone.
I think that
Like-
there's people on both sides, though, who really truly care about this, and people that are going into the positions at the legal businesses now and stuff. I mean, I don't harbor any resentment against them. A lot of them are still fighting for this cause and trying really hard to get the word out about what's actually real and right and everything. So, I think that as we continue, everybody wants to be an LP. We want to get everybody licensed under the new system, and so that there isn't this, these hazy lines. We got to get the family back together. And I think that we got to continue to fight for these things that we obviously still need. And I think we're going to get through. These politicians right now don't have a clue. They really don't. Mike Farnworth, for instance, the drug czar of British Columbia, he had a phone conversation with Dana Larson where he was spouting off a bunch of incorrect information, and his own people were correcting him over and over and saying, actually, Mike, that's not really how it goes. And Dana asked him about consumption spaces, vapor lounges, and should they be legal in British Columbia. If you can't smoke in your apartment because you rent, you can't smoke in your car because you'll get a ticket or arrested for it, you can't smoke in the park because you'll get a ticket in Vancouver for it, you can't smoke on the street, where do you go? And Dana asked Farnworth this, and Farnworth said, oh, don't worry about that. Once cannabis is legal and we get the edibles legal, everybody will just drink cannabis in like a juice or in their pop, and so nobody will be smoking it anymore, so we won't need lounges. That is what the pot czar said. Yeah, expert joints. You have to have the smoking. So these guys don't have a clue.
won't drink
The politicians are utterly clueless when it comes to cannabis.
That's what happens when you don't use it. When you go home every night, you pop a pill to feel better and drink a
Have a little sip
wine,
of booze.
Yeah.
right?
And don't get me wrong, I like edibles.
You can go drink booze in how many establishments up and down the street?
Yeah.
Like right now, you could go across the street to O'Shea's and get pissed up.
And edibles are great,
Like,
but
so why
edibles
can't you
fuck
just
me
get
up.
high in a vape lounge?
I get way higher on edibles than any other kind of cannabis, to the point where I shouldn't be driving my car, or I shouldn't be doing other things because I can't even barely
and
stand.
that's the one that they're recommending, right?
And that's the one that
'cause they wanna get
Farnworth
you
is
for
like, yeah, just
they wanna
everybody will
get
be
you for
drinking
the
it.
DUI, right? They saw
Right.
it, right? And then you're criminally or you're financially responsible again.
Right.
We got you twice.
So
And the-
Bill
and the onset of
C-46.
And the onset of marijuana, even in a drinkable, it's a lot longer than it is like a shot of alcohol. So it's harder to gauge. If you have a couple shots of booze and a couple shots of weed, that weed's gonna fuck you up a lot more than those couple shots will, for sure, in the long run.
It's true.
Depending on the person.
I say there's going to be a few years of feeling out to try to understand how it's all going to work. They're going to have to change.
Get
There'll be
felt.
some constitutional challenges, I think,
Yep.
along the way.
Oh, yeah.
There'll be people that argue it in court because they don't want to do 14 years in jail for having a pound of weed they got from their homie.
A lot of this will just go
Or
right
that
back
they
to
grew.
court. For instance, in Bill C-46, this whole idea that they're going to use electronic devices to do saliva tests on people is totally unscientific. The idea that they're going to test your blood for a nanogram amount and limit that is not scientific. It doesn't show impairment.
Just so you know, we sell a mouthwash at Skunk Funk for passing your roadside drug test.
Ah, there you go.
if you can use...
Hydrogen peroxide works great.
Yeah. Well, apparently these new...
also.
What do they call the new swab system thing? The dragster?
The Opus, the drag...
What is it? The Dragger 5000.
Dragger 5000.
Oh, fucking I'm going to get screwed out of $3,000, 5,000. Like, that's what the...
But it doesn't actually work. It doesn't work in temperatures lower than -4 degrees, though. So in the wintertime, you guys will probably be okay out here.
Oh, -30, that machine won't fucking work.
It also doesn't measure your level of impairment, just
of course.
that there is.
But they'll make you walk a line for that, like they did Mick.
Yeah,
but I mean,
so Mick Opus did a little walkthrough, and Opus, who consumes a lot of cannabis, he's a medical patient. He did this thing with CTV, and they used the machine on him. They did it, and then he smoked cannabis, and 10 hours later, they did the machine on him, and he failed.
Yep.
So if you smoked cannabis 10 hours ago,
you'd be screwed.
But Opus, of course, consumes a lot of cannabis outside of that. But for medical patients and chronic users,
like, for myself.
Well, he went in the morning, so he waited. Like he woke up, didn't wake and bake, and then went and did the test just to see like.
If I don't medicate every 10 to 15 minutes, I'm in extreme pain. So am I supposed to not drive to work? Because that's 10 minutes from my home.
Right.
Right? So how am I supposed to get to work?
You'll never be able to drive again.
Hold on. I have 2 children. They're young kids. They rely on me to pick them up sometimes for stuff. I got to medicate to drive.
Yeah.
So now you're telling me that I can't do that and pick up my children, that I'm a danger to myself and them?
Yeah.
Oh, I call bullshit because I've been driving them around my daughter now for 10 years and she's still fine. And I was stoned every fucking time I did it.
I've never not been high while driving.
Me neither.
No. I started smoking when I was 15.
Years.
I started driving when I was 16. I've never not been high driving, and I'm doing okay. I think I'm a pretty good driver.
I think I'm a great driver because I kept 2 kids alive.
Right.
I'm just saying, bro.
And the evidence shows whenever they do tests about marijuana and driving, it always shows that the marijuana people are actually better drivers in most ways.
You remember those old days when they used to have the ad on TV where that dude be driving high and then he wouldn't put the car in park, he'd just hop out and it'd roll down the road and kill somebody? You remember that fucking hypocrisy? So it's sort of like
they've got a bunch of new ones like that now, too.
That's what I'm saying.
So graphic.
It's like, I'm so high, and that kid shoots himself with a shotgun.
At the drive-through.
We all know that doesn't happen, man. Like, you got to be kidding me. I don't know.
It's endless with all of the things. I mean, there's so many things that actually need to change.
But are they really? You know what I mean? And once they all catch up and realize what we've been doing for the last 2 decades or more,
100 years,
some of us like.
Right, and
multiple
part of it is the extracts, edibles, and topicals and everything else. That's not in the first round of legalization. They're talking about doing it down the road, but they have, you're allowed to do one type of oil, cannabis oil, but the other stuff.
What about that hurting guy who scrapes his pipe because that's all the shit he's got? You ball that oil up and put it in there. You're gonna lock him up for that?
I think it's okay if you do it yourself with your own cannabis. Like home brewed. I think is okay as long as it doesn't include BHO and that kind of stuff.
That's the other thing with the numbers. Is there a home possession you're allowed? Because if you're allowed to grow 4 plants, you can grow whatever amount.
You can grow 4
from
plants,
like 1 ounce to fucking like 10 pounds if you do it right.
And if I grow 4 plants
or 100 pounds,
but you can't have anybody see it. You're not allowed to grow it in any place that anybody, like your neighbor or whoever outside, can see it. I think there might be an allowance for your neighbor, but publicly people cannot see your plants.
Yeah,
and if they do, it's a
really
criminal
if you do like
offense.
indoor or something, But like.
But again, how much of this can actually be enforced? And that's the thing. They might have all these rules on the books. I'm not sure they're going to be able to enforce all of them. Again, it just leaves it open for them to target whoever they like and use it when they really want to target the people they don't like.
It gives police a new power of autonomy over people to say, if you're difficult with us, well, we'll just, you must be,
you must be smoking weed.
That's right. Oh, you're stubborn, you don't want to talk to us? It looks like you're high.
Right.
Must be because you're high. Well, here's a fine.
Well,
I just don't agree with it. And I don't see them trying to enforce that. I think there's some cops that are really thankful that that they're just going to be chill.
they're probably
They're
stoked.
just like, oh, thank God we won't be doing that paperwork.
It always
So-
seemed odd to me that there was anything that they leave up to the decision of the cops on the ground there. Like big things, you know? Like if it was a murder or something, the cop just can't be like, no, I'm not going to look into this one. But for
Right.
some reason, there's all these laws that they give the actual like decision making right at the very end of it to the cop. It's like if something's illegal, then you should probably be arresting people for it all the time and vice
just
the other
like
way
a
around.
rule.
There's supposed to be
rules.
Yeah.
there's supposed to be a system of law for a reason. The police are not supposed to be Judge Dredd. They're not supposed to
Right.
find you and convict you and then give you a charge. Like it doesn't
Or
work.
let
that-
you go. Be like, you
right?
can go
Oh, you're free to go, young man. You're good. You're a good man. Maybe you kissed their ass enough. I don't know. It's terrible.
Had a
Bobby?
little bit of weed.
Yeah.
Lena?
So we actually have. Where did Marijuana Man go? I was going to bring a couple more people out here.
He's powdering
We could get
his nose.
Carly Marley is also here for her very first
Marley.
time.
I'm
Pot
gonna
TV's Carly
step
Marley.
away because I'm cold.
What's that?
I'm gonna step away for a
Are
bit
ya?
because I'm
Okay,
cold, but I
no
had
worries,
fun.
brother.
I'm gonna
Jeff,
reset this.
Appreciate
Reset
having
the
you on.
subway.
Everybody have fun.
Yeah,
You guys stoned?
Woo!
Kinda.
they sound like it.
Upper deck.
You never hear much of a response because they're too stoned. Yeah.
Oh.
I wasn't listening.
Jeff, thank you so much, brother man, for everything that you do for us here.
Thank you.
Bringing us
You guys
all out
keep
here,
rocking it,
making
all
it
right?
happen.
Pot TV.
Can't give you enough love for everything you do, man.
Yeah, all the hard
Hugely
work
appreciate
goes
it.
into this event.
Yeah.
Always
Everybody
worth
give
it.
it up for Jeffrey Lundstrom here. Yeah. And while we're giving it up for things, we have some Pot TV hosts I want to bring out here. Oh, should we do do you want to do the glass
The
blowers
glass
first?
blowers?
Okay, well, we got to
Maybe
choose one or the
Shine
other.
and Redbeard.
All right, let's do the glass blowers first then. Mr. Redbeard.
Greg
So we
Redbeard.
talked a little bit about the trophies that are here, the Shine trophies.
They're
And
fucking sweet.
we did talk a little bit about the glass blowers who are in the middle of the room doing some amazing work, demonstrations for all of us, live demonstrations where you can get up close and personal with the torches, but don't get too close.
Red.
We have Mr. Redbeard here. Fantastic glass blower, legendary even.
Hey, ho, ho!
Good to have you here.
You too. Nice to see you.
What do you got in your hand there? What is this? Is this a
My
this
new
is your
drinking,
creation?
my new drinking jar, my glass.
Nice.
It's a double layer wigwag, fire and ice. It's kind of fun. It's got a nice piece on the bottom.
That double layer. It
It's
reminds
really
me.
heavy.
It reminds me of Lovecraft, the one that you made for me.
It's the exact same technique and the
Very
exact
cool.
same
The
close to same
layers,
colors
man.
even.
I know. It
Okay.
reminds me.
Layers.
Redbeard
Twitch
made
it
an
hard.
amazing piece
Is that
for me.
piece still alive?
It's still alive. Yes, sir.
Rockin' strong.
Yep.
Rockin'. How you doing, Cookie?
Still use it on the
Nice
shows.
to see you.
Nice to
Did
see
you
you.
see I got a piece in your honor?
No, I'm gonna go down soon.
I got a cookie over there for you.
Oh, jeez.
Cookie Monster.
Oh.
Hells yeah. So Redbeard, what are you guys
Cookies.
doing here in the building?
Smoking weed, hanging out.
Nice.
Oh, you mean over there? We're blowing glass. You
No, I
guys
meant
like
smoking.
You guys like to watch us blow glass? We're going to be firing it up all weekend. Right here, we got 3 torches set up. We got 4 glass blowers. So we're going to be rotating and collabing and making lots of fun stuff. If you got any special requests, come and ask us. And maybe we'll consider it.
It'll go up for
Maybe they'll
consideration.
consider. It's
No,
not even
Clark-
assurance that they'll think about it.
Clark Glassworks is here from Ontario, and he was mentioning how he wants to do some customs. Clark,
Yeah.
holding it down. We also got Shine. Shine made the trophies. He's here from
coming.
Winnipeg area, correct? Manitoba. We also got Black Octopus.
Yeah.
Chris is in the house.
His first time too.
His first time at the Prairie Cup. He's from Victoria. Black Octopus. He's got a sweet octopus on his table. The last one. Go check it out. We're cutting sweet deals for the Prairie Cup folk.
And he brought something with him that's pretty insane.
Oh, yeah.
In the back of his car, this giant martini glass. Where did it go?
It's there. It's his display.
Oh, cool.
All of his glass is displayed on a 4.5 foot martini glass. It's seriously impressive.
It is
was.
impressive.
I was like,
Seriously
whoa.
impressive.
Very cool.
That's a big
Nice.
sippy cup.
Yeah.
So Shine does all the trophies here, and we've got some amazing,
Yeah.
awesome stuff.
I haven't admired them yet this year. Wow.
They're awesome. All the
Those are
colors.
cool.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll have to get
Nice
the
job,
cam
Shine.
up close and personal on those. But I think he's being a little stage. He's got a little stage fright. Doesn't want to come
Are you
up.
coming up?
Coming up? Yeah, come on up here.
Get up here.
Explain
It's time
these
to get
pieces.
to work, eh?
Just got to tell us about the trophies.
Yeah, let's talk trophies. I'm going to have a sublimator bong
You should
hit
definitely
here.
do that. And Redbeard, I want to talk to you after we talk about the trophies. I want to talk to you about your other amazing creation,
Should I
the
take
Great Canadian Glass Gathering.
Right here.
There you are, brother. Oh yeah, here, let's grab one out of the
I have
cabinet.
heard of that show. You going to grab one?
Oh,
Good idea.
nice.
Is
There
it
we
possible
go.
to open that thing?
It should be on.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it's on.
On. Is this mic on?
I'm
It's
on. Are you on? Who's turned on?
How you doing,
Who's
man?
on?
Who's tuned
Good to see
on?
you, brother. Give me one of those. Good to see you.
Hope y'all
Thanks for
getting
coming on.
high,
Got a
enjoying life,
microphone
getting
for ya.
medicated.
So Shine, how you doing?
I'm smoking.
Tell us in the microphone.
Yeah, dab away.
Talk to the mic, my friend. so
No worries.
So yeah, exactly. So you've been doing, how many years now have you done the trophies?
I've done a trophy every year. The first year I did the third place trophy, and two other glass blowers did.
A little closer to with the microphone, my man. A little closer.
Okay,
There
yeah,
you go.
sorry.
Yeah, it's all good.
Two other glass blowers did the other trophies, and then I've done them every year since. So that would be 8 years.
Very cool. 8 years. And so this one, this one looks very cool. Every year they change
Yeah, I try
slightly.
and do a little something different every time.
The colors are amazing this year.
Thank you. This one's done with gold fumes, and it's fume printed. So there's a transfer process to actually decal the logo and the graphics right on inside the glass. So it gets a really sharp detail, and
Very cool.
it's really nice.
And it's got something in there. Oh, it says what it's for.
Yeah, each category gets its own marble with its category written in it. So this is the extract category.
Gorgeous, man. Very cool. And how long have you been blowing glass for?
For 19 years.
19 years.
Yeah,
Holy
it's,
shit.
Time flies. It's a fun job.
Very cool. And so when you first started, were you already a pothead big time, or?
At least small time.
Yeah. Was it with the idea of creating functional glass that you started as a glass blower?
Definitely.
Yeah.
All my friends made pipes, and I wanted to make pipes too. As soon as I could figure out how, I was, for sure.
Very cool, man. Well, I appreciate you coming up here and showing them off to us. Very cool. So you're going to actually be doing demonstrations while you're here as well?
I think we're finally just about ready to start. We're figuring out the rest of the power issues, and we'll be...
Do you know what you're going to be blowing? Like, is there anything that you guys have in mind for while you're here?
I think we're going to make some cups. Redbeard's going to assemble them. We're all going to make different sections to go inside them.
Nice.
Like
Gotta
this,
talk-
Shine.
you gotta talk right to that.
So I should stick it right
That's
in my
how you
mouth.
do it.
That's-
There you go. So,
I get it.
say that again. What are you guys making over there?
Bruce
You're making some-
Springsteen did that. Like, I always think of Bruce when he's like eating the mic.
Yeah.
Born in the USA!
Why he's the boss, for sure.
Boss of the mic.
Boss.
Bruce Dickinson.
Cool, man. Well, that's dope. So you guys will all be on the torches, throwing down. How many?
Yeah.
There's 4 of you here?
So I'll just repeat what he said. We're talking about doing some collab cups.
Collab cups.
Yeah, so we're going to make some wine glass goblets kind of shapes.
Cool.
Do some goblet feet, goblet tops, and then we're going to make some different middle parts, and then we'll join them together, and other things as well. But that was one item we were talking about doing.
Very cool. Well, we're going to try to get the Pod TV cameras up close and personal with you guys.
Up in the face.
I don't know when, but we'll pick a time and do a little thing. We did the Redbeard show here last year.
Yes.
We might have to bring it back for an
Let's do it.
anniversary edition.
Yeah,
Yeah, it'd
I'm
be very
game.
cool.
Whatever.
Very cool. And so, Redbeard, the other thing I wanted to ask you about,
Going
because
with
since
the
we
flow.
have you up here, is your
I
other...
didn't plan that. It was funny when you mentioned that earlier. You want to do a Redbeard show? I was like, fuck, I haven't even thought about doing a Redbeard show in about a year.
Right.
So it
People
might be
love the
time
Redbeard show,
to revive.
man.
Yeah, I've kind of been on a hiatus. I took a little time off. It's a bit hectic doing a weekly show, as you know.
You're a busy man, too.
Got to focus. Yeah, and I host the Great Canadian Glass Gathering, and I have a hobby farm. I grow cannabis, and I have 2 sons as well.
A lovely family.
And a partner. So,
Exactly.
No, you got to choose where to put your time, and I chose to put my time elsewhere for a little while. But I have a plan for the return of the Redbeard show.
Oh?
Yeah, it's going to be like an edited monthly edition.
Very cool.
And it's going to be a traveling show. So I'm going to go visit my friends like Shine. I'll roll up to Winnipeg, and we're gonna make an epic fucking piece
In a
and
bus?
Yeah, man. Yeah, obviously.
Yep.
Well, actually, lately I've been the buses are expensive. Holy fuck.
No
Sometimes
kidding.
I just take the car.
Yeah, you have several hobbies. You are also a bus
4
restorer.
miles per gallon, dude.
You restore these buses yourself, right?
Yeah, I got 6 buses. I restore antique buses as a hobby. I forgot to mention that earlier.
Yeah.
So one of them, I got a Cummins diesel engine. I get 24 miles per gallon in that one.
Wow.
But it goes 70 kilometers an hour. And then I got another bus, a 1960 Mercury, and I put a race engine in that one.
Oh, really?
And it's got 500 plus horsepower.
Holy shit.
It's insane.
A bus
the
with, like,
engine,
speed.
The engine costs more than all of my other buses combined. And then
Must be fun to drive.
that one, I can go hundreds of kilometers an hour up the hill.
Wow.
So I don't get very good gas mileage in that because it's
Probably
so
not.
much fun to drive. It's
the
a race
buses-
bus.
Going up hills is
Yeah.
usually not a bus's strong point, but
Yeah, I've wanted
Yeah.
a hot rod race bus for a long time. And
you should race buses. Why
Yeah.
don't they have a bus racing
well,
circuit?
I don't race it because the suspension is still a bus suspension. But
Yeah, if you
it
turn a
just
corner
sounds
too fast, you're in big
it's like
trouble. Yeah.
It's like driving a gray whale.
Yeah.
Go round and round,
Yeah.
round and round.
The wheels go round and round. Yeah.
Gentle
Hilarious.
turns,
But we
gentle.
still haven't talked. You mentioned it briefly there for a second. The Great Canadian Glass Gathering.
Yeah.
Your other beautiful creation. Tell
Yes.
us a little bit about your major party
Okay.
that you have.
Well, that Great Canadian Glass Gathering was birthed 12 years ago.
Wow.
So this coming year is our 12th year successfully. This past year, we had a totally successful year. We had amazing live music. We had 40 plus glass blowing stations set up. A completely new setup. We rearranged it so the glass blowers were all facing outwards. We all had beautiful glass displays, just like this one. And it was just a nice tight crowd. It was perfect. We got rid of some of the losers that were just abusing certain substances and stumbling around and fucking shit up. So we got rid of those losers, and we're having
Beautiful.
a good time now. And it's tight though. It was nice. It was a family event. We had kids running around. Everyone appreciated it. We also did a Cannabis Cup. And that was a total success.
Very cool.
I made all the trophies again this year, and I'm going to do that again next year. And so we're going to do it next year. We're looking at July 6th weekend. Information will be posted at gcgg.ca.
If you like camping and you love delicious food, because
Yes.
you
This
guys
next
chef
year,
up
I
some
can
crazy
tell you,
shit.
this
And
past
delicious
year
glass.
was pretty good. A couple of the vendors were amazing. This year, we've got a plan. We're thinking chefs in the woods.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we're bringing in the gourmet
Chef
dude.
James. He's coming to town.
Yeah, we've got a few interested parties, and it might be like, like the cooking television shows,
Yes.
where it'll be a bit of a competition for them as well.
Very cool.
So on the Cannabis Cup thing, maybe they can vote the best. We might do a best food vote
That's an
as well.
awesome idea.
Yeah, but we're talking about just having a serious kitchen brought up in a container, and then 3 chefs using professional equipment. So it's
Wow.
not like hoagies and beans over the fire.
Over the propane
Talking
or
some
whatever,
serious
yeah.
Which are
food.
amazing, though, the hoagies and
Yeah,
beans.
it's the one thing that was lacking some years. Some years we've nailed it with the food.
But
and,
the
we're
Coleman,
gonna
the
do that.
Coleman food, it's camping though.
It is, yeah, it's fun. But some of us crave.
Every year that I've been
something
there,
better.
the food has been absolutely
Yeah.
amazing, man. I gotta say, my
Thank
hats
you.
off to
Yeah.
the
Cheers.
chefs there. Yeah,
Thank
big
you.
time.
I can tell you, Lewis Wilson is coming this next year. Internationally renowned and famous Lewis Wilson, blowing glass for 43 years.
Cool.
And we'll try to get Marcel Braun back. He came up this year and did a glass coin pull. So we have a Great Canadian Glass Gathering currency coin.
Cool.
Yeah, it's worth it's a 5 art unit. Yeah, 5 art units. So that's worth about 65 Canadian dollars each coin.
Cool.
And so that for now we accept other art units. So if you're a collector of glass coins of Marcel Braun's Project 33 coins,
Yep.
you can buy your Great Canadian Glass Gathering Pass next year
those coins.
with a coin. Yeah,
That's
and
awesome.
buy a coin that hopefully he'll come back and make another one. We were the first one of his project to sell out at the event immediately.
That's so
Yeah,
awesome,
it was
man.
amazing.
Well, and you guys display all this amazing glass. And I mean, that's one of the greatest things about coming there, is seeing the finished products and just what people are actually selling there.
And watching
Yeah.
them make these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real spectator sport. It's awesome.
It is very
I think
cool.
we need more shows about it. More television
kidding.
shows. We'll
Yes.
see what we can do about
We
that.
will.
eh?
We
Yeah,
should
'cause
work
people have
something
no
out.
If you're
idea.
watching
We should
this,
work something out.
get in touch with me. I got an idea. And you're
Cool.
a television producer?
Yes.
What do you
well,
got there, Pat? Oh,
art
there's the
unit.
coin.
One of the
He's got
coins.
the coin. Hold it up to the
Should show
camera,
that off
can you,
to the
Craig?
cam.
Motherfucking art
Sweet.
units in the house.
So this is the coin here. That's 5 art units. Oh, and around the edge it says "Get to work, eh?"
Ah, nice.
Great Canadian Glass Gathering. 5 art units.
That's awesome,
Yeah.
man.
Nice.
And maybe
Very
let me
cool.
take a moment to explain "Get to work."
And maybe the lovely Craig
I wanna
could
explain
also
that,
show
okay,
off
'cause I yell it a lot.
this for us to the cam.
Oh yeah, Shine's trophy.
Shine's awesome trophy there.
So you may hear
For
me yell
extracts.
that "Get to work." I say that a lot, eh? I want to just point out how I always put the emphasis on the get. It's a privilege and an honor to work as I do and to be with y'all. And that's why I say that and how I say that. It's a privilege and an honor to get to do what I do. And so I appreciate your support and enabling me to do what I do. And I don't ever forget that, and I appreciate that.
Oh, well said.
And so I get to work.
There you
So
go.
that's that. So get to work, eh? Hashtag get to work, eh?
Well, we appreciate everything you do. Big time, Redbeard. Amazing. And you too, Shine. Thanks for all the amazing
Yep.
stuff you guys bring
Yep.
to this event.
Thank you, boys.
Right here. And so people are going to be able to see you guys all weekend long right here in the center of the whole entire show. And we'll put together something for the Pot TV audience at home because they're going to feel left out and
Do some
they're going to
live
be
stream,
crying.
glass blowing.
Yeah.
All that.
No crying
Yeah.
loud. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, hopefully
Well-
point the camera over when you got a break and we'll flare it up and make some flames.
Requests, you said even. We'll think about considering it.
Find
Yeah.
a request. Let's see what you got.
I'm going to consider finding a thing to request.
And come on over and say hi to the glass blowers. We're happy to meet you and we can't wait to see you. We're cutting deals all weekend. Is it time for us to
cutting
get to work?
deals. Yeah,
All
I
right.
think it is. Thanks, guys, for
All
coming
right.
on. We love you
We're
guys
gonna go
so
light
much.
up the torch.
Give it up for these
Thanks,
glass
Pot TV.
legends, Shine and Mr. Redbeard. Yeah. Thanks, guys. You guys are amazing.
Always great.
Yep. Come check them out in the middle of the room here. You want to see this stuff up close because it's very cool. And I think a lot of the people here have probably seen that, but you never get tired of it. So we wanted to bring out some Pot TV hosts here. We have a little network we call Pot TV. You can find it at pot.tv online. And one of our hosts who's bringing this event to you today has his own show on Pot TV. They call it Expert Joints. It's every Thursday. Every Wednesday, you can find Mr. Marijuana Man, Greg Williams, on our network at 4 p.m. And where's Carly Marley? Carly Marley has a show every Monday called The 420 Lifestyle with her co-host BC Budgal. And it's good to have you guys here up on the stage.
Thank you very much. Good to be here.
Prairie Medicinal Harvest Cup.
2018, 8th annual. Wow.
And you guys have all been here, but Carly, this is her first time here.
Yeah.
Are you having
Welcome,
fun
rookie.
or what?
I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm
last
so
year I
happy
was
to
a
be
new
here.
kid on the block, so I'm glad you're here this year.
Yeah, that mic you might need to hold a little closer. You might want to
Okay.
check. There you go. Yeah, these things they're pretty tight.
Sensey.
But yeah, so I wanted to just talk to you guys a little bit about what you do on Pod TV and stuff. And we should probably start with Mr. Marijuana Man, who has been, I don't know how many years it's been that Marijuana Man started at Pod TV and Cannabis Culture.
Just a while ago.
It's been, I don't know if you can count that many on my fingers and toes, but
Yeah, we started that in the year 2000.
yeah, Pod TV itself.
Yeah. And
On the Sunshine Coast, did it start at Mark's in his basement?
Yeah, Mark's house
Servers.
on the Sunshine Coast. He called us up and said, "Hey, we want to do a live show on the internet." We went, "What's the internet?"
2000.
What's the internet?
What's the internet?
Well, there was no broadcasting live on the internet. Maybe one other page, but we were the first for cannabis for sure, and it's been going on pretty much ever since.
Yeah,
All
for a
these
long
years.
time. And that was before YouTube. That was before any of the online streaming services. So if you go back to the original Pod TV, it's like choppy, like
Oh, yeah.
15
So
frames
choppy.
a second.
It was just a series of still pictures, but it was the audio streamed fine, so it was more like radio. Although people around the world were actually tuning in, and some would phone us and shit, and it
Yeah.
was just mind-blowing to realize that people are actually listening and that we were reaching an audience that far away.
Yeah.
So it's been pretty gratifying all these years to be able to do that, and it's worked.
Yeah, it definitely has. And people can find your show right now. You've got a show called From Under the Influence every Wednesday at 4.
Every Wednesday at 4 o'clock live, and then it's archived. You can watch it again anytime if some of it didn't make sense the first time.
And now, I don't know, but is Al the Alchemist and Kush Queen still appearing on the show? I've seen you doing solo
Kush
shows.
Queen is all married up now and having a child, so she's...
Matt Lee. Congratulations to Kush Queen, who is both getting married and pregnant.
And got a new truck, too. It was a big week.
Double. No kidding. Got a new truck.
And Al, he's a busy guy, so sometimes he's around, sometimes not, but we're still carrying on.
Yeah, I love your show, Greg. It's so fun. And
My favorite show.
Of the latest, I think it's the one, like you and I started this show and your show almost right around the same time of the new kind of shows that we've started. But you had shows going back for a long, long time, and you were the manager of Pod TV for years.
Yeah, well...
It's true.
When we started it, we all decided we would do a show, so we just kind of picked and choose what we were into and liking. So I was selling seeds at the time, teaching people how to grow weed, so I started the Grow Show. And we all chose fictitious names and little disguises because we thought maybe we should. And so
because this was back when the cops were still coming into the head shop, raiding the head shop and busting it up.
Still getting
breaking your glass. I think our mic might be a little hot over here.
We found also that the disguises didn't work. So
they knew who you were.
But yeah, I ran that show for many years, shot it everywhere in the world, and had just way fun doing it from Amsterdam to Australia and all places in between. It was way fun. So, I don't know, Pot TV was a big deal in those years. Mark sunk a lot of money into it, and Chris Bennett originally was the first manager of it, and we had a whole crew and team and cameras and lights and action.
Yeah, downstairs right there at 307 in that back area, there was like the Pod TV studio as well for a while.
Well, it actually started on the main floor where Urban Shaman is.
Yes, exactly.
And then it moved downstairs as it got bigger.
Yeah,
but, no, it's a wonderful vehicle for us to show cannabis and how we operate with it. And we've imparted a tremendous amount of wisdom and experience, I think, to the world, as it turns out.
Exactly. And it goes on and on because we have like 7 live shows a week now. I think, 6 if you remove Kush Queen because she's on maternity leave, but we do live shows every day of the week. And Carly Marley took over her show from Mr. Opus McMahon, the 420 Lifestyle Show. You guys were co-hosts at first, and then you took over as the main host. Mm-hmm. Now you've got a co-host too. Mm-hmm. Tell people a little about 420 Lifestyle.
Oh, the 420 Lifestyle. Well, McMahon started it a long time before I came along, and it was just a lifestyle show. Anything that was related to weed, whether it was politics, something fun, anything in the culture that people were interested in. We had a platform to bring it out there. And not
you guys carve up a lot of fruits on the show these days.
We do, yeah.
Like
not long after
after
the studio opened, I took over the show, and I brought Celeste on a little while after that, BC Bud Gal, and yeah, we have a lot of fun. We like experimenting with terpenes.
A lot of edibles, too.
Lots of edibles.
Lots of edibles.
Lots of edibles.
Gummies.
Lots of homemade bongs.
It's kind of intimidating, the amount of edibles you eat.
Yes.
We did an edibles show where we tried to eat a lot of edibles. It got to the point where it was eating so much candy. That was the hard part. So we're going to do a higher dose edibles next time. But we got to almost
higher dose than
1,800 milligrams.
669.
1760 milligrams. Yeah, we did 669 in one edible the other day.
And what was that edible all about?
It was a gummy penis.
A gummy penis.
Yeah, Products by Sac makes some really awesome edibles, and they do some custom ones, some fun ones. If you're interested, you can get them specially made for bachelorette parties.
Products,
whatever.
Products by Sec, S-E-C, not S-E-X, but yeah, they will make you a custom dick if you need one.
They make delicious edibles. They're awesome. They taste great, and they've got all sorts of different doses from 5 milligrams to 800 milligrams.
That's the one you can give to your friends as a gift and say, eat a dick.
Yeah. And they'll actually say thank you, as opposed to maybe smack you.
We have some of that on last week's show. You can check that out on Pot TV and Cannabis Culture.
That's right. The archives of all these shows are available at pot.tv to watch.
Yep.
And Mr. Craig X has a show on Pot TV on Thursdays at 4:20 p.m.
I do. Thursdays at 4:20. We got episode 146, I think, coming up next of Expert Joints Live. I refer to it as the Tonight Show style, the late night talk show style program done at Studio 710. Now with Cushy not doing the show at Butter King's place, I'm the only person doing it off-site now, but glad to be doing it there. We've got Studio 710 kitted out, man. Great office space, great studio space. Partner with the guys from Cannabis Life Network to make that happen. And we're doing that on the Pod TV network. And also, we got the Thursday on top of the Thursday show, I got the Friday show, which I did simultaneously while starting this off, called Fridays over there on saveonradio.com. That I kind of think I have worked out now with how to play the video and stuff. So I'm going to talk to our web person and see if we can finally get that on Pod TV to lead in before your shows, because I think we can do that. So
you've been doing this for a few years now, and speaking of people who had disguises when they started, Craig used to do his videos with a bag on his head.
No, not quite. No, I started with the camera only stopping with half my face, just from like my nose down, because really I didn't want it to be more about the person talking about it. I wanted to be more about the message. And so about a year and a half of that, then it was kind of like, well, we've established enough, we've got that going on. Plus, when I joined the Pod TV crew, it just became impossible to keep up with all the other shows and everything that's going on. So just had to kind of let that go. But it's cool, man. Now we're out there.
So they could just see the beard.
Just the beard.
Yeah.
Just the mouth and the hands. That's really all that mattered. But it's really, if you're licking a joint and rolling a joint, what else do you need to see? But so anyway, no, to that point, it was fun. Yeah, I've been doing this 4.5 years now with Expert Joints as a social media and a website, and the shows have been over 3 years now. So we're doing it, man, and doing it quite well. This is the second year hosting the Prairie Medicinal Harvest Cup. Of course, I've hosted Karma Cup and a bunch of other different events along the way, and get to travel all around the world and smoke weed and talk about it, and it's fucking awesome.
Yep, and so you're going to be hosting this event for the next 2 days with us, or for us, with Matt Murnaugh and Mike Rita.
Yes, absolutely. Not only is Mike Rita a funny motherfucker, and he'll put on a great show, he's going to be joining us, obviously, up here on the stage throughout the weekend to help us with a bunch of the other activities and festivities. And I filled in last year. It was my first year doing it, but Matt Murnaugh is actually back this year with us to go ahead and help. Now, he's a little flashier dresser than I am, so I'm going to have to do my part here the best I can. I got a logo on, but he got sequins on. Like, goddamn. It's crazy. So good to have Matt back as well, too, here. Going to be working with both those guys up here on the stage all weekend. And you're going to be helping us stream it all on Pot TV through the weekend, yeah?
Pot TV.
Absolutely. And definitely, we have to get into some of these judges' kits, though, because I think that really there's just not enough dabs happening here on the stage. I would love a dab.
Yeah, you fire up those dabs.
You guys are vaping right now.
It's a joint right now.
We should. I got a joint. Everybody has a joint in their hand.
Yeah, right, everybody's got a joint. So the awards go down Sunday night, Sunday afternoon. I think you about 3-ish or something like that, probably 3 or 4 o'clock, something like that. The afternoon go down. We'll have that on TV as well too. Always good to see that.
Yes.
Who wins the?
So I'll point out too that you're not supposed to smoke joints in here.
No, we're not.
We don't need no rules.
We always.
I thought you guys were vaporizing.
It's called civil disobedience.
It's stunt weed.
Just infused rolling papers.
It's for filming purposes only, I swear.
Infused oregano.
Right? Hey now.
Oh, it's good.
Nobody noticed, you know.
It's just simulated.
Not one person.
Yeah, it's simulated smoke.
It's good.
The security guys are too high to notice.
Right? Honestly, no, man. That's a great kit we've got here to line up. It's actually a manageable kit. Some of these kits that I judge 130, 150 fucking items in a kit and trying to get through that in 2 or 3 days, I mean, it's impossible. So.
I feel like this is the perfect amount.
23.
There's enough there that you can smoke a lot of weed, a lot of really great extracts, but it isn't such a ridiculous amount that you know the judging's going to be off. When judges' kits get to a certain point in speed, people are supposed to smoke that in like 3 days. You know it's just not going to happen. So, you know, half the people aren't going to turn in their voting, or half the people are going to need to turn in votes for some of the stuff. With this is actually realistic that we can smoke this, sample everything, try everything. So when the results come back, I feel like there's a lot of validity to them.
And with the way they've cleaned up the judging process this year as well, too, made it simpler than ever. You just have your worksheet. You 1 to 10 on the different items for each various different product.
Oh, yeah.
And pick your top 3 at the end. Go in, enter your first, second, third. I mean, it's really easy over at SaskberryCup.ca.
There was a time at the Cannabis Cups in Australia the way they did it is they laid the weed out on plates. Everyone could go around and inspect and sniff and then choose their favorite 3. Go away, smoke those, and choose a winner. Both competitions, at the end of the competition, the top 3 finishers, the plates were empty. Everybody went for the same 3.
People know what they like.
I'm going.
But the terpene profile makes a big difference.
Yeah.
It's a huge factor. I mean, everybody's different, but for me, the terpene profile is everything. If you pick up a strain and you smell it and you want to smoke it, it's probably a good strain to smoke. The nose knows.
I'm smoking on the Continental Premium Concentrates and their flowers all weekend. Of course, Continental Concentrates are the title sponsor of the event here at the 8th Annual Prairie Medicinal Harvest Cup, but they're also responsible for everything I'm going to be consuming throughout the weekend. So please support them. Go over there, give them a follow at Continental Concentrates on Instagram.
These guys are the bomb.
As well, too.
Amazing product, amazing people.
And yes, thank you for stepping up here.
Gotta support them for sure. We love these guys big time. Continental.
Yeah, great products and great people.
I will take the dab. I just wanted to say that after this show, we're going to be treated to an amazing lecture, I guess, or it's a little
one of the best how-tos you've ever seen.
Informational seminar by Mr. Matt Murnaugh, who is going to walk us through how we actually do the voting. Because I know it's hard to smoke all this weed all weekend and extracts and actually like get through the the judges list.
No, it'll be a lecture.
It'll be a lecture.
It's
will be
an informative
I was going to
session.
say rant, but I didn't know. No, Matt walks us through the whole process. It's quite informative and educational, though, I think.
Information sesh, we call it.
If you don't get distracted by his sequence.
It is distracting. I mean, you do have to absorb it all, but luckily the socks aren't sequined as well. So just the shoes and the pants and the jacket.
I want those shoes.
Those shoes are mean.
Those shoes are fucking epic.
Those shoes are mean. They might look better on him, though, Carly. I'm just saying.
I think they would. I don't know if anyone can pull those off better.
Yeah, Matt's going to be up here as well, too. We're doing it all weekend long throughout Pod TV, so we're going to be streaming as much as we can Saturday, Sunday, as well, too, through into Friday night. Going ahead with the awards ceremonies, with all the activities that we can.
Like
starting and stopping
Netflix.
the stream a little bit along the way, but trying to have a good time and trying to bring it all to you to see it all. Of course, we all work really hard, and got to say thanks to Greg. I mean, obviously, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be doing my show. And Carly, it's great to have you out here at this event, and one of the.
You could just give me some money.
Back pay.
Anyone's welcome to it anytime.
I got some weed over there for you. No problem.
You hear that?
Now, what the hell was that I was just smoking? Was that from the kit?
Concentrate.
It is. You were the first one to try that one. F.
That's extract F from the kit. Wow, I have to say that is delightful in flavor.
He's probably going to pick it as a winner.
I'm gonna have to
I would give
it.
that like a 9 on flavor.
Oh
Hey
shit.
now.
Yeah.
Where's your form?
And I'm pretty conservative with my judgments, but that is delicious. I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like a citrusy orange explosion of.
You do like that orange tangy type of shit, so
I
it doesn't
do.
surprise
A
me.
lot of
It's
piney
because you're
and
kind of
lemon
orange.
in it.
Also pine, heavy on the
Piney
pine. It's like
and
pine
lemon
orange.
Well, you're orange, so
Yes, and I absolutely love Calio, Tangy, all that stuff.
Orange.
That terp does it for me.
Does not do it for me.
It doesn't do it for you, Cookie. What do you like, Cookie?
I like more of the skunky and lots of the sativas, so it's more of the spicy, peppery things. That's what it is for me. The orange ones I never really liked just because it's just something I never did like. I don't like oranges as it is, so that's why.
You don't like orange?
Like right now I'm not going to drink orange juice.
No orange crush for you?
Well, that's not orange juice. That'd be like drinking McDonald's orange drink, you know? It'd be like tolerable.
Which is delicious.
I can't have grapefruit due to medical conditions.
Really?
Mixes with medication.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's all good, though.
And what happens to you if you do? Your head swells up like a grapefruit?
You get really, really groggy and kind of dizzy. So some people have suggested maybe mix grapefruit. If that's
exactly. Get some grapefruit lean.
There you go. Hey, coming next from the squad. No.
Yeah, I've seen the warnings for that with different things not to combine with grapefruit, and I always thought maybe if I didn't take the meds and just the grapefruit.
You might be better off.
That's why they're telling you that, so you won't know how good the grapefruit
in a capsule.
Grapefruit terps. Carly, have you guys done? Did you do a grapefruit on the show yet?
Terp
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you've done
grapefruit.
So long
We've done
ago.
a lot of citrus fruits. We've done.
You guys have smoked out of almost any fruit and vegetable, almost that I can think
Pretty
of that I
much.
would want to thus far.
Okay, we did our first one that was gross for us the other week.
Like a
And it
potato
was
dab?
a challenge. No, we've done potato. We've done sweet potato.
Potato.
This was an eggplant. It was
Eggplant.
fucking nasty. I'm sorry. It was so gross. The texture
Eggplant
and like
terps.
hitting it, it just was so gross. It literally is a video of us, mainly me, like being squeamish around this. It was just gross. It was gross. The first
Around
one.
another giant phallic item making you squeamish.
Yeah, you should see the
I
footage from
know.
that
Sucks to
one.
be you, eh?
Yeah, it's
I love it.
Yeah, it's an interesting show. But I've been saying that I
I grow
wanted to
some eggplant
challenge
at
us
home.
more. You know, I want to do weird ones. I want to try smoking from a jalapeno. But I
Hot
know
pepper.
I'm an idiot even thinking that. I know
What
it's
is
gonna
it?
fuck me up. I want to make a jalapeno into a pipe.
Oh.
I feel like that's not too ridiculous. It's not like a habanero or something like that.
You should try it.
But
Could be a new challenge on the internet even.
it's gotta be.
Are you
a
gonna
thing.
do a jack-o'-lantern for?
Oh yeah, we've done it. We've done
Can you do a
lots of
pumpkin
pumpkin
bong?
bongs. We did a pumpkin bong last week. An eggplant dab
Have you done a cabbage bong yet?
No, I don't know if
Cabbage.
they're airtight
I
enough.
don't know. Depending if it was solid enough, maybe.
If it was solid enough, maybe. We're gonna do a
You
pear
could do it. You just get a
episode.
drill and drill into the cabbage.
Probably.
We
Put a little
haven't
down
used
stem.
power tools yet. The viewers get already really nervous when they see me. Half the comments in the chat when I'm like cutting a
like,
watermelon or
nope.
something is, "Oh my God, Carly Marley, be careful! Fucking Christ, Carly, be careful!" Yeah.
Hilarious.
So we haven't done the power tools yet, but we're gonna do a full pear episode because the other day at the grocery store I noticed like 6 kinds of pears, and one of our favorite things to do, we'll get like 3 different kinds of apples or lemon, lime, grapefruit, and compare how the terpenes of
Pear
each
terps.
of those affect us. So there might be one pear that terpene profile really gets you. You know, the mangoes are a great example of that. Everyone
Mangoes.
talks about how mangoes get you more high.
I remember hearing that when I was a kid. Like, oh,
Right.
mangoes make you
So
higher.
there's something to that. It's because they're very high in myrcene. And myrcene is a terpene that's found a lot of the time in like indicas and kushes. It's that like heavy eye, couch stone feeling. So mangoes definitely do make you feel more stoned. But interestingly, through a bunch of
Myrcene.
research not related to cannabis, just related to terpenes, I found out that New World mangoes, which most people buy, the ones from Mexico, aren't that high in myrcene. They have it, but they're not that high. Old World Mexico, or Old World mangoes, like from Asia.
Yellow.
Yeah, the big yellow ones, those are very high in myrcene. You turn one of those into a dab rig, and oh my God, it fucked me up.
That's cool.
So no, if you're gonna get mangoes to get you more stoned, make sure you're buying the right mangoes so that they're actually high
Does
in
it
myrcene.
work?
Expert advice.
And
from
you don't
Carly
have to
Marley.
just smoke it through. You can eat the mango and
You can eat the mango. You
Yeah.
can
And then
just
it
eat the
tastes like
mango.
weed afterwards.
Yeah.
Weed
You know what we
mango.
usually do is we'll make a rig or whatever, and then half the time somebody, if it's a rig, if it's a bong, not really, but normally if J-Mac's around, we'll just be like,
J-Mac will eat
want
it.
some mango? And it's kind of got a
J-Mac
little bit of
will eat it.
infused, and he'll
And
just
then
eat the
it's
mango
gone.
after.
Hilly
I
Dilly
gotta
thing.
say, I mean, shouts to BC Bug Gal, man. She's an
Oh,
awesome
yeah,
addition
she's
to the show.
amazing.
Yes.
You know,
Stepped it up a level.
whether you like the award company or not,
Yeah.
BC Bud Gal and I are both up for Cannabis Influencer of the Year at the Lift Awards,
There
the
you
Canadian
go.
Cannabis Awards.
And I think Matt Murnaugh has a nomination.
And Matt
for,
Murnaugh is also nominated as
Yeah.
well. And I'm nominated again for Expert Joints Live for Top Podcast as well, too.
Awesome.
So these are publicly nominated and publicly voted. They're not sponsored by or put on. I mean, the whole event is put on by Lift, which is an LP run. Whatever. So I don't really whatever the organization, but those are like people from the public went out, took their time to go to their website, go in there, enter Celeste's and mine and Matt's info and all this stuff, nominate people who they wanted to do, and nominating and voting is now open. So whether you like the award or not, doesn't really matter
Yeah,
to
I
me
think
or
it's
the
cool.
company, who whatever. Last
Yeah.
year I won an award after I had been nominated. I didn't know I had won it or that I had been nominated for it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was very authentic and genuine. This year I at least know that I'm up for it now, and as is Celeste. So I figure, go ahead, if you get a chance, vote for either of us, for our respective ones. Vote for Matt for his as well, too.
Absolutely.
And I think it'd be really cool. I mean, again, not that I'm like trying to suggest that I have like a big affinity for the event and the folks behind it. But at the same time, for the people who go out there and take the time to genuinely, like, public come out and nominate people like Celeste and myself for all the hard work that we put in, that I do really respect and that I do appreciate, and that I'm thankful for of all the people who take the time to do that. So shouts to BC Bug Gal and Matt Murdaugh, and good luck at the awards.
Vote.
Good
Go
luck,
vote.
everyone.
Go vote. Go vote.
Yeah, it'd be
Vote,
great to
vote,
get the
vote.
Pot TV people in there and just be like, show them, be like, haha, we infiltrated you fuckers. We're in here
Show them
now.
that the influence is with the good guys, and vote for an
Vote it
influencer
up.
who you stand by their beliefs and their views.
Yeah.
I work really hard for the fucking show. Like, I work
Vaping.
really, really hard
He
for my
works
show.
his ass off.
So.
No,
Vapors.
and you guys do
Yeah.
a fantastic job. Very amazing job. And we should actually bring Mr. Matt Murnaugh down here, I think. I see him. He,
almost that
Sparkles.
he looks like I can see the sparkle from a mile away.
Hey, Sparkles, you want to come down here there, brother? Matt Murnaugh?
Coming down the stairs, it's going to look like an old Beatles video or
Gosh, I should
something.
switch the camera.
I'm going to go switch to the camera. Yeah, we're going to work this around. I'll be back.
Yeah,
I got to clear a spot.
so we're gonna wrap this portion up, and Matt's gonna tell you about
Stick
how
around
to
if you
judge
want.
cannabis.
Yeah.
You have to be schooled, learn this so that you
Only on camera.
do your due diligence and vote. It's very important that everybody does vote in this. That's what makes a cup work. If nobody votes, then all the trophies go to just, everybody votes for themselves or something. I don't know, but you gotta vote. It's your duty as a judge.
You got to
Want to
vote
wear
for the Prairie
Connoisseur
Harvest
Pass.
Medicinal Cup.
Yeah, Jeff's worked very hard at putting that together, and
When do we gotta vote by?
cares about the results.
Yeah, the
When do we
voting, I
gotta
guess,
vote by?
I think the voting has to happen
Spring.
like on Sunday. By Sunday morning, you have to have it all done. I don't
9
have
a.m.?
it. Maybe it says on our form.
Online.
Let's see here.
I'm gonna look right now.
Does it say anywhere on the form? Yeah, it's got a secret number. You're not supposed to show anybody else. Doesn't say what time you have to have it
Showing
in by.
everyone
But you
right
can
now.
go to vote online if you're one of the judges too. There's online voting.
There's my number, everyone.
Show Mr. Cookie's showing
Don't
off
show
his
your
number
code
to everybody.
anybody.
Well, I really
code.
appreciate having
Keep to
the
the
Pot
code.
TV crew up here. and
Thanks
it's
for having me.
awesome to have you guys with
good
us here at
times.
the Prairie Cup. I love doing
Thanks
this
to all
stuff
the
with you
people that
guys.
are tuning in out there in Pot TV
Oh, you
land.
guys weren't kidding about the
We love bringing you guys out there in Pot TV land, all these fun events, and we're gonna globe trot and bring them all back home, back to Canada or wherever. You can watch Pot TV from all over the world, and people have been for so many years. So
And thank you all so much for tuning in. We love and appreciate you.
yeah. And huge thanks to everybody who made it out here to Saskatchewan. If you're not from here, it's a long way to come, but it's awesome to have everybody here together. All the love from all places, all around Canada and elsewhere. It's cool to have it in one building.
Thank you to
so
everyone
worth
who
it.
came out today, too.
Yes. And we're going to bring Mr. Matt Murnaugh over here.
Maybe Mike Rita's
and
gonna
Mike
pop out
Rita's
too.
with
He's
him, too. We might
lurking.
have to bring both of them over
Mike
here.
Rita's lurking.
They're right over here. You guys come over here, and then we'll pass it off. Here. Matt Murnaugh, how are you, brother?
Murnaugh.
Look at that outfit today, man.
Man, I'm feeling. There we go.
Everybody needs sunglasses in the
You guys
crowd.
weren't kidding, eh? It is glittery.
So, Matt, you're going to be talking to us about how we actually vote and what we're supposed to
Rita's
do, right?
crushing it.
I don't know.
Vaping.
Your mic working? You might want to take this one.
This one's even better. Oh, perfect.
Check.
What are you guys saying up in the balcony? That's where the really
Upper
party
deck.
is, eh? Yeah. Fuck it. Hour 45 minutes, I was up there just doing dabs. It's good times. I know. Is that mic good too? There we go. What do you want me to do? Oh, it's cutting me out, eh? Oh, I'm just gonna stand over here. I can't sit. I don't feel like sitting. I'm like psyched. Are you psyched, Rita? Are you pumped for this or what?
Yeah. I'm rowdy. I don't even know.
Do you
what
feel rowdy or what?
I don't
So
even know
rowdy.
exactly.
Did you bring the
what
Toronto rowdy? Did you bring the 6 with you?
That's more Latin than anything. I may have,
That's like not the neighborhood, bro.
may have made a mistake on that.
You're not representing Portugal there. You got to do the Ole
Dude,
chant.
Viva
The Ole
Ronaldo,
chant.
bro. Viva
The
Ronaldo.
Ole chant. You know. The
Viva
Ole.
Dude, that's the
That's the neighborhood chant.
that's the most Portuguese thing, yeah, man.
That's the most
While
Portuguese
you're
thing
just
you can
waiting
do,
for
eh?
the bus in Toronto, that's
I think that should be the chant for the weekend if you're up in the balcony. And you're smoking good weed would be Ole.
Are you joining us? You gotta come sit on the couch.
Ole. First, it's kind of great to be back here in the lovely city.
I don't know
There's
how we're
Jeff
getting away
down
with this
there.
doobie.
You guys giving out dabs down front down here or what? Is this what's going on? Motherfuckers giving out motherfucking dabs? Fuck yeah! Like, I don't know why there's not like a big fucking line in front of these guys, eh? Like, fucking free dabs? Who else is giving away shit? Who else? What else? There's like lots of you giving away free shit over there? How much free shit can be given away here tonight, right? Like, make these guys give away lots of free shit. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. May have to get down a bit, eh?
Smoke weed every day.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we please give it up for the champion of marijuana, Mr. Matt Murnau's doing a dab, everybody, from Continental Premium Concentrates. The best in premium concentrates.
The sauce bosses of the show today.
Man, that's amazing. Some free desk up front. Nice. All right. We're warming up. There's like 15 minutes left in your show there, by the way.
Whatever
this is. Like I had 15 more minutes I could have done.
This will be the highest rated 15 minutes ever of any show on Pod TV. It's just me and Matt Murnau, high as fuck, ranting.
Right, there you go. Not really.
He's going to explain judging.
Matt, I haven't seen you for a while. And how are you, brother?
Matt can't explain judging. There is nothing to explain. You get the sample, you get high in your bedroom, and then you don't tell nobody.
There you go.
We're telling people. We're telling people.
No, he has a very meticulous way about.
There's like a way about this.
But
yeah, okay, wait.
Matt, you have the cred though because you've even written a book on the subject essentially.
Oh wait, that's actually for real.
Yeah.
He has written the book on marijuana and flavor.
Best-selling marijuana book out there, actually. Best-selling author book. And also, by the way, thanks for the award mention there. That was kind of cool. Lifetime Achievement Award. It's actually privately judged. I don't know what that means. Not quite sure what privately judged is.
So from what I did from the checking from having for last year's whole thing with how I got nominated and all that stuff, there's the private stuff, which is the industry pick committee chosen by the Lift organizing committee that chooses and votes on some of the awards. And then there's the other ones that are publicly nominated and publicly voted on that last year didn't go to the awards, but this year are more talked about than they had been last year. But so you're probably from the panel as opposed to the public?
I'm on like some private. It said your category is privately judged.
Oh, just in general.
In general, lifetime achievements privately judged. I'm like,
fuck
all right.
you then. That's awesome.
That's good. I just want to before I get started, I wanted to thank my friend Jeff Lundstrom for putting the show on. I mean, he came to my house for 4 days and 4 nights, and he kept saying, "Matt, come out and host the Prairie Medicinal Harvest Cup." And I was like, I don't know, man. It's been like over a year since I've done a show.
My God, the level of hey, everybody listening out there, let's put it together for Jeff. Give a big round of applause for Jeff, everybody, for putting this together and bringing this out to the central West Coast.
There you go. So there's no Central West Coast, motherfucker.
Central West Coast.
Well,
Central West.
It's the middle. It's the
we
middle
should go
west.
see the prairies.
The middle.
Right?
The middle.
The other side of the world has the Middle East, or the prairies here are the Middle West, you know?
The Middle West?
Yeah, it's the Battle of the Wheat. Over there,
the Battle of the Wheat.
Wheat Kings.
Wheat versus wheat. The prairies are fucked.
The prairies are fun. Oh, I'm good. I'm good.
This guy can't handle this. This is Fat Farmer weed. If you've never smoked it, then you've never smoked premium nug. Shout out to Fat Farmer. Award-winning, multi-award. The guy, he even won a Juno. He's so good. The guy won a Juno. He's won so many awards. He has
I don't know if I've handed anybody more trophies in the last 2 years than Fat
Yo,
Farmer. Like that guy's
fun.
cleaning up everything. He went 5 for 6 at Karma.
I heard that he had to buy extra
cleaned up
luggage when he left
Karma
that
Cup.
place just to get that stuff home.
He didn't care. He's like,
Shouts out to the Karma Cup.
and he only lives an hour away, so.
There it is. He sold so much weed at Karma Cup that first day, he can afford it. It's all
He
good.
can afford all
Suitcases
he
for
needs.
everybody.
But Matt, what do you?
Just about anybody can afford a Juno these days.
Matt, are you a huge dabber, or what is it? What's your consumption method of choice these days?
Anal. All right. He puts it in the anus. He's an anus user. Even the cannabis. All right, I'm done. This is why I'm co-hosting. I might be fired.
No, that's true, right? I just like stick that weed right up the butt.
I just got fired from this event. They're sending me home on the next flight, which is actually still the Monday flight.
Still the Monday flight.
No one leaves Saskatoon, man. Saskatoon.
It is, yeah.
So now we know how you like it, but
actually, I smoke a bunch of different types of weed.
We've all been fired.
All different.
Flower, or you like the extracts and shit? And
I do dabs in. I got an e-nail at the house, so yeah. I gotta get a press next for the grow, and I'm just like, I'm not there quite yet.
Stands for electric nail.
But
yeah, how's
pressing, live resin, good stuff.
Are you? Do you have any babies these days?
Oh no, fuck yeah, fucking grow weed. Yeah, so I do grow weed at my house. I have an ACMPR grow permit, and I'm possibly the only person who works for a publicly traded company whose contract has bonuses for things like cannabis every month. So, yeah,
That's awesome.
Eat your heart out, Steve Jobs, motherfucker. You never got free weed in your contract as a bonus.
Steve Jobs was 90% free.
He didn't get weed. I guarantee
He gave
you.
his people free weed?
So, I spend a lot of time judging weed. Believe it or not, I spend a lot of time in that production side of things of judging weed. And still just looking at weed.
You know, if a job ever opens up, old Rito loves to judge things.
Good eyes.
I am the Judge Judy of weed, honestly.
You are. You
a lot
know
of
it.
people don't know that, but I'm the Judge Judy of weed. So if you want
I
your
see
weed,
the resemblance for sure.
Hey,
I've heard that
I don't
about
know,
you.
I don't know if she's old and Jewish, but I'm gonna say she's an old Jewish lady, and I'm an old Jewish man who judges weed.
You are? You're an old Jewish lady?
I am the old Jewish lady of Canadian cannabis.
I thought you were Portuguese.
Listen, for weed
You're
purpose,
denying your Portuguese heritage?
I'm gonna deny a lot for this bit. I'm gonna deny pretty much my whole existence just for this bit.
I'm not Portuguese.
I'm not Portuguese or male or 28. I am a 70-year-old Jewish nurse judge. I'm so high I called her Nurse
fucked.
Judy.
You can't handle it. It's only Friday.
Judy.
Bro, you got 3 nights more of this.
Dude, that's like a shitty show, Nurse Judy.
That is hilarious. So Matt, you are a professional on multiple levels then. Not only are you currently employed as a marijuana judge, essentially, but
I'm employed as an education specialist. Let's just go with that.
all right, that's the title.
Education specialist.
But you do a lot of judging on behalf of because of your job.
Well,
For
I do,
educational
I
purposes.
smoke a lot of weed.
And your book is the Marijuana Smoker's Guide, right?
Easy way to identify and enjoy marijuana strains. Yep, by Green Candy Press. It's weird. You can't find it hardly anymore. It's just like, you go on Amazon, and we've been able to keep a couple copies, and then there's some motherfucker out there charging $80.
Whoa.
I'm not that dude. I'm like, dude, it's a collectible. It's weird. I'm like,
time for another print run.
This guy's doing. This guy's got to do volume 2 with the upgraded danks that exist now.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah.
You got to do a
sprint
whole
notes.
chapter on LP weeds, dude. Like a whole fucking
we'll see.
thing.
New footnotes.
Anywho,
It's not a bad idea.
I'd like
Every
to.
single LP weed's gonna be shit except for the one he works for. Yeah, this one.
Well, I wouldn't be able to review any of the other competitors.
Don't show that
Yeah,
number.
you'd be like,
They'd
all the
hate it.
competitors are garbage. Their THC was garbage.
Well, yeah.
No terps.
I lost all sperm like for 2 weeks.
You get me back, and you finally. There we go. I apologize to you there, Craig X, over there on the. I keep moving around, eh? Dude, I am that jazzed for the weekend, and you guys are like sitting back here, like. Oh, Rita's already so fucked he's practically useless.
Dude, I've already been baked since yesterday.
There we go. At least Craig X is totally useful. He's like, just don't do this, Myrna, and follow this. Keep an eye on the ears of the camera. You can also see it up on the big motherfucking screen. That's pretty cool. Especially if you're up in the balcony, you can
Up
just
in
be
the
like,
balcony.
yeah, we see you up. Just watch the screen. It's way easier. And yeah, things are getting started here in Saskatchewan, in Saskatoon. They got the tent out. Oh, you got some even more. Yeah, perfect, bro.
I heard
I knew
Regina.
you were useful. You said, Myrna, I am useful. I'm like, thank God I will need you because it's been a while. And as I said, Jeff came to my house for 4 days and 4 nights, and he was like, Myrna, come do the Prairie Medicinal Harvest Cup.
Okay, wait. What was the worst thing Jeff did in those 4 days?
Nothing, man. He was great.
Don't lie, man. He must have taken a
was
dump
awesome.
that destroyed, like, you know.
No.
He drank your last Coca-Cola, bro.
No.
You know he crossed the line.
No, bro.
He ate your 3rd Reese's cup.
No, bro. It was weird. There was like more food in that. It was great.
He changed the volume on the TV.
No. It was like the best.
up
He-
later
like,
than you wanted.
I work mostly in my
leave a
office, and
crumb
he would just
anywhere.
show up.
Was using your phone charger.
No, man. Like my house
Yeah.
is pretty much set up for guests. Like I have a.
Jeff
like,
cleaned his whole place, did all the dishes.
We're
All right,
sliding
slide
down
There you go,
one.
slide down one.
Myrna,
Look at this.
we've lost all. Your side is warm. This is warm.
I know I did that.
Warm.
There you go.
Exactly.
Oh, so
Keep it
whose
nice
ass
and
was
toasty for ya.
warmest? Whose ass was warmest? Let's decide.
Yeah, no, we have thermometers. Can we bring that? Reeds.
Well, like
I
on
have
a grade, on a personal grade.
my
Whose
warm
ass
ass
was
is
warmer?
unrelated to the shatter or the
How's it
hash.
going down there?
It's warmer than mine.
Are you
'cause I
doing
felt
free
it.
dabs? And I'm just gonna say that throughout the night. Free dabs.
Sean Mack in the house. What's
All
up,
right,
man?
here we go.
Shit, you should be up here, brother. You were the activist of the year last year, I do believe.
This guy won Activist of the Year, and he's not up on stage challenging Matt for weed knowledge.
I know.
This is like the battle of the year right now.
My feelings is getting out of control.
How you doing, brother?
Our wildly
Good
old
to have you
vet
here, man.
versus the young up and comer.
Take a microphone.
Number 1 and number 3 in the batting order. This is real.
All right, here
Now
we go.
we're all the peanut gallery here to
Let's find out
sit
about
behind
this
Matt
judging.
and make
All
comments
right.
while he's doing his thing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Murnau's got the stage, and he will be telling us, Matt,
Peanut
give
gallery.
us what are the basics of judging a kit this size.
Rita, you ready?
We ready for overdrive here?
I'm on the peanut gallery.
This is looks good. This is looking good now. You guys look like you should be judging right now. Why aren't you guys?
We are. I've been smoking.
Well, have you been judging it though? You haven't written shit down.
You're right. I haven't.
Mistake number 1. All right,
usually
you get
fail.
this kit.
Yeah.
You get
Honestly,
this kit.
Tonight's winner is guaranteed to be Fat Farmer because he is a friend of mine, and so shout out.
Oh, shout out.
That's why he's guaranteed to win.
That's why he's
The guy
guaranteed to win.
slipped
He's
you
a
some
friend of
cash.
mine.
It's blind. We don't know which is which.
Yeah, you figure it out. It's all
Seven,
like
six,
Rita's got his hands
and-
on the levers back there, pulling behind the scenes.
Oh, I've got pull.
Yeah.
I've got pull, bro.
I think I'm borrowing whatever the stage one is. Are you ready there, Craig X? How's it look?
We're for sure all
Looks
fired.
good, eh?
I think, yeah.
Nice.
This
nice.
is
The Matt Marijuana experience is about to begin.
I stole one and then I get stolen from.
Oh, geez, I was like 6 in that category, 6 in the other. All right. So you've already made the rule. You make this every fucking year, too. Most of you I recognize, by the way. I'm like, oh, man, there's that guy. There's this. Most of you have been here before, right? Especially all you up in the balcony. You've all been here before, right?
Some of them.
Yeah. They're all like, the balcony life is the good life.
Balcony life.
So,
VIP.
hopefully you don't do like Jeremiah, sorry.
Honestly, shout out to
And
Craig
you do
for
things
smoking all
like
the
just
shades.
pick something out, you put it in the vaporizer, you inhale it, you have a good time with it, and then you go on to the next one and you don't make any notes. The key to successful judging cannabis is like
Matt knows me
is the
very
card.
well. Yes.
Is making notes.
Yeah.
You can't judge
I
cannabis
failed.
without making notes. And you would judge like the terpene profile. Was that like taste really good? Did it smoke really well? Maybe the ash was like really dark black. You don't want that black dark ash, man. You want nice gray, almost pure white, like the driven snow type ash, right? You want to judge cannabis to its finest degree. Make a few notes, because at the end of the day, you're a pothead. You're here to get high, you're here to get fucked, and if you don't make notes, you're not going to remember shit. Plus, the card that you've made notes on makes like a really cool thing that you can just like post up in your house on your wall, maybe get it framed. You know,
history.
I'm dead serious. It looks fucking cool on your wall, right? But it doesn't look good if it's all fucking blank.
Memories,
I
bro.
assure you. If it's blank, it means you totally fucked up the weekend. And you were unproductive to any of us here who are competing for the Shine motherfucking cups, right? Because Shine's made these motherfucking cups. These guys have entered from Ontario and BC and Saskatchewan. And we all know the best cannabis is probably grown in Saskatchewan, right? Woo! Because there's lots of Saskatchewan competition. Yeah.
We have an Alberta lover out
Shout
there.
out.
Did that lady say Alberta or Matt Myrna?
I think she said Alberta.
I heard Matt Myrna.
I heard Alberta.
Calgary Myrna.
Myrna's
I heard Alberta.
the greatest
I heard
grower.
that people in Alberta grow a lot of cannabis, right?
Craig's smoking
Fuck,
over
I
there.
told you there's more people from Alberta than Saskatchewan, right?
That's off the record. That's off the record.
Oh man, it's like the CFL. It's Rough Rider Nation on one side. It's the Eskimos on the other.
Things already gone in.
Ah, here we go. But
Shout out
back
Fat
to
Farmer.
judging
Shout out.
cannabis. So as you can see, they have the alphabet on there for a reason, because it coincides with the judge's card. That's right, it coincides with the judge's card, the alphabet.
Have I just been fired?
Imagine that.
I got sunglasses on, so actually I can actually see this. So the red lettering product is your indica product. That's your sleepy time, that's your mellow, that's your chill, That's your relaxed type stone, right? And that's pretty cool. You probably have done a bit of it right now if you're up in the balcony and you're like, yeah, man, I love the guy who's sparkling. And that's cool, but it's a long night, friends. It's a very long night. So what you're going to have to do, and I know the guy's over there in the corner. I see you, Fred. I know you got to mix it up, right? You got to do your indica and then your sativa to jack you back up there, to make it all the way through the night, and then you mellow yourself back out with that hybrid selection. So the card almost works in like a circular thing. Reed, you're doing awesome back there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get them rowdy because
He's pretty damn good at that.
I'm just trying to get
Keep
them
doing
rowdy.
that. That's good.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what's going on. They're like, that's
Matt,
good background
you
music.
should
I like that.
rap
I was
over
like,
with
I'm sorry for throwing you
Got to
out.
freestyle
never
the
know.
seminar here.
Looking good, Rita.
I'm vaping.
Fuck, I'm going to have to hire you for my next presentation at work. Okay. On the back of the card of the 8th annual Prairie Medicinal Harvest Cup Judges thing is extracts. That's right. How many entries for extracts we got this year? We got 6 entries for extracts. Means you got to dab all 6 of those, like all at once. You just take out the entry, I guess, you know, and you just dab it. You just go, and just hit the nail with it.
Honestly, I highly recommend giving all the edibles to your grandparents and parents and letting them try it. Only
an
someone
idea.
who's never gotten high before can tell you truly how strong something is.
Well, that's all right.
Also, maybe give like really weak edibles to your dog and cat. See what happens. If they get fucked up, it's 10 out of 10.
There you go, man. The Reed's way of doing judging.
The Reed's way of doing drugs. Give it to your dog, your aunts, your cats, everybody else but you. Get high off their misery. they're all.
I don't know. Maybe if they're making you misery, then maybe you should slip them that. I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, and there's also like a ballot number. Your online Judges Pass has a number. So then you're going to go online on your smart device, and then you're going to enter these entries so we don't have to spend 3 hours tallying it up Sunday morning trying to count. That's always a troublesome thing.
I gotta find an email that I can fucking.
So it's very important to do things like, how's it smoke? Like, is it like dark ash, white ash? You know, does it make you cough? Like, contrary to belief, coughing does not get you offing.
No.
The
Lack of
coughing
oxygen
off.
does.
There's no such thing as cough to get off, right? There's no such thing as that.
Smooth.
What else do I want to talk about? Sativa, indica. Most people ask that all the time. Sativa, indica hybrid. Like, oh, sativa, that's the up one. Indica, that's the down. You know, and I like all of it. So you should, like, you know, find a circular pattern. Pace yourself. It's a long night. It's a long weekend. Lots of good weed to smoke.
In my own world.
Plus, you know, oh, wait, they already left? There's like one dude here handing out dabs now? That how little the demand there is for this service that you can eat there? He's even eating. There's not right.
Ladies and gentlemen,
you guys
Prairie
didn't.
Cup is not associated
All right, so
with
if you're
that
not down
sandwich.
here doing some free dabs, like, it's just a shame.
Yeah,
it's like
free
your
dabs at the
talents are
front.
going to waste or something.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to get your free dabs, courtesy of Continental Premium Concentrates. Are you looking to concentrate? Well, we can help you here at Continental.
Premiumly.
You're the best, Rita.
That
we
is
should
really
do more
good,
shout-outs
really
like
good.
that.
You got to even do the stupid
Fuzz King
face.
Seeds.
Continental.
They pay a lot of money for guys to do that.
There?
You should like drop off a resume
know
at the
who's
radio
holding it
station.
Listen, I'll just do commercials right now. You think I won't?
Dude,
The best of Matt Murnaugh includes, look at me, look at this fucking dress, and look at my hair. The best
Dude,
of
my
Matt
hair
Murnaugh.
is looking pretty fucking good
You actually
today.
are a rock star right now. You literally
Dude.
look like you're like I could do heroin, I could do dabs. You don't know me, bro.
Don't judge.
Don't judge me, bro.
I wasn't coming out of retirement to fuck around, Rita.
Yeah, you're like, dude, I've dressed crazy, but I'm out of retirement. I get one shot of this a year now.
Dude, and that's all I need.
This guy actually was dressed nice at the airport. It was fuck.
It was good,
I was like,
eh?
in
Sweater was
sweatpants.
amazing.
Dude,
Where
I
do
was
you
in
find
sweatpants
these
and
outfits,
Adidas.
Matt? Where do you find these
He doesn't
amazing
find
creations?
them. Matt Murnaugh gets people to
Custom.
mail
They're
this shit
custom.
from like. This was once Elton John's jacket before he was Elton John. This was when he was Elton
sure.
Johnny. Yeah.
Don Cherry's Taylor.
No, Cherry doesn't wear this fine stuff. Like my stuff is way different than
Does
Don
anybody
Cherry's.
remember the name of this? What's
You guys
this
should
called?
have a
Sequence?
suit off.
Sequence.
The sequin
sequence?
thing.
Yeah.
I have a picker. I have a professional like find stuff for me.
People don't wear sequence enough, and you know why? It's itchy. You ever have to lie down
No,
on something
man,
that's
it's not.
sequence?
It's totally
over.
comfortable.
That's only if
It's
you
on the
wear it
outside.
inside out.
Yeah, you're not gonna wear it inside out.
Like you're all high. You're like, this sequence isn't shiny today, bro.
Dude, you'd have to be really high to wear like sequins inside out.
Yeah, you're like, dude, this shit's itchy, bro.
You're the best.
Tell me how to live my
Okay, wait.
life.
That's
Is
how
every-
he's
every-
wearing his. He's got the sequins on the inside right now.
Well, I didn't get it.
Is that what you got going on?
Okay, wait. Everybody has. Okay, wait. Before we continue this.
No, we're continuing.
Okay,
We're gonna continue the sequence thing. But everybody's mom, like, bro, everybody's mom and one uncle had sequence in their like closet. How you got a sequence blazer? I'll never understand, bro.
Dude, I
From
could.
the uncle. From
From
before.
This is
one-
quite the ensemble though here. He's got
The
like
shoes are
Dude, the shoes are the
what's
best.
going on? The shoes are amazing.
The shoes are the
They look
amazing.
like they look almost
So
like Adidas.
this is what happened. If
They
you
do,
can't
eh?
see
But
this
two-stripe
online, there's
or
a small
whatever.
German flag. So a lot of people don't know. Those are actually the original gay Hitler platform.
Oh,
So a lot of
don't go there, Reach.
not only was he taking over Europe, he was taking over the dance floor as well.
That's
Oh,
it, right?
Reach.
The-
Got Hitler jokes this
They
weekend,
should
you're going to
pay you
say?
to do comedy.
yeah, right. This is
That is
No, I like the new shoes. I picked them up. Those were a recent
Und
score.
will take over Poland and this bar. All right. Can we play ABBA? No, this is 1930, so there's no ABBA yet.
Oh,
This
no,
is,
we got to play some ABBA this week.
No, not when Hitler was around. So
I think
it
there's
had
a DJ at some point. So,
Judge.
judging.
so
Thanks,
judging.
Greg. We were
went
like,
from-
I'm like, yeah, back to judging.
Yes, sorry.
Gay Hitler
I'm
back to
multitasking.
judging.
Leave me alone over here. I'm smoking joints. I'm running the Pod TV stream. I'm monitoring the chat right now. People are trying to bid on your suit.
Hey, wait, no,
I mean, there's a lot going on.
Right.
We have
You
to
get
give a shout out to Craig. Nobody knows this online, but Craig is the OG smoking the doobie. Nobody that knew. Like there was just doob going around, and nobody knew where it was coming from. And
That's where.
That was me.
See if you can get me like a couple grand.
There was like five of them
five
up here.
grand.
yeah, no, that's
$5,000 or 5 grams?
$5,000.
For the jacket, we'll see what the Pod TV bids get up to
if
on
you get
there.
it for the,
We'll
just
see
for
how
the
it
jacket,
goes.
that'd be good.
I can get you 5 grams though.
No,
problem.
I can do
Are we
that.
talking? I'd like five.
I smoked that like
He's
a
got that
day.
in the pocket already.
I got that. I got that covered.
Yeah, and I heard something about
I
DJ
got it
later.
covered.
Yes. Yeah, probably. I would imagine you're good for that.
Oh, I wish I was
I
doing
want
weed
seeds.
trades.
Hey, you know what? We need to bring back weed with seeds and stems that is brown. We need to bring down.
Oh, man.
That would be.
$1.
That would be huge.
Dude, $1 a gram at your local dispensary, so that everybody can get some
I
cannabis.
think I've
even.
seen that at a
Comes with
few
a record.
dispensaries in Vancouver.
Right? Yeah, like we got to get that going. Where's
with a
Neil?
record
Neil
to
Magnuson
sift.
is here. That guy actually knows where to get weed to help. That guy was doing God's work. Was he the one that was shut down the other day?
No, that was Sarah Blight.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I
High
seen that was.
Hopes shouts out to High Hopes. Those guys are awesome. in
Yeah, I
Vancouver.
see. I didn't know who it was. 'Cause I'm in Ontario. These guys are the Vancouver dudes, so you guys know them personally, man. I just know, man.
Crazy cops acting wild.
Dude, if
Yeah.
we don't, if viewers at home don't know what we're talking about, right now in Vancouver, there's an amazing thing going on where people can, while they're recovering, while they're going through whatever they're going through, they can come and pick up some weed and some edibles.
Free
too.
weed if you need it.
Free weed.
Yeah.
Totally free.
Totally free. Come in, just
They'll
let us
take
know
it
what's
by
up.
donation too, so if you have something to give, you can.
Man, honestly, like $1. Like you got $1 fair trade, so that we can reinvest that $1 in maybe something fresh for you guys or some food
Fresh
in the future.
tapes for next
And
week.
everybody should support Sarah Blight.
Is that a
if you're
light?
from
Oh
Vancouver.
no, I was like, are we getting a light?
Sarah Blight, she's running for city council.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Oh, what a nice lady. Holy fuck. That's somebody who's
Right.
motivated and making a change. Unlike this man named Matt.
No, bro, you should see the change I do. You have no idea.
His motivation is to change his outfit 5 times.
We're seeing some great glass blowing over there, and the guys on the glass.
Making them pipes.
One of those glass blowers
Making
looks very
stuff.
alien-like right now. The guy who's got the big flame
He's
going.
looking awesome,
Look at
man.
that dude's
He's
alien look right now. You're telling me, dude,
It's
the guy's
fucking-
like
those goggles.
It is the
Dude,
goggles.
I don't know
He's like,
what you're looking at. The guy looks totally normal to me.
No, yeah, no way, dude.
I don't know how fucked up you are. Like,
It
how
must
many,
have been that acid kush I smoked.
Edibles.
How many of these have you smoked already? Have you judged?
I haven't
Oh,
judged
you're
any.
already behind.
You know,
You're
listen,
behind.
I don't judge, bro. I don't judge nobody,
don't
man.
judge.
They're all equal to me, man.
Read
Unless
it.
it's
Oh,
Fat Farmer
good.
brand
It's all
marijuana,
good.
which is a high quality brand marijuana, or if it's a pre-roll, Fukushima pre-roll. As if anyone else is willing to sponsor me here, I will tell you
Fukushima's
about
here, by
constantly.
the way, right?
What do you want?
Fukushima's here.
Fukushima's here all the way from
Fukushima's here.
Toronto, local
Reach,
brand.
where are they located?
Did you see the episode of my show where we mentioned Fukushima pre-roll factory about 45 times in a row?
No.
Yeah, it's really good. You should check it out. The Fukushima Repro is all you gotta look for.
If you're walking around being like, wow, I'd like to smoke a joint,
They're-
go get yourself a Fukushima. $15 for a 1 gram joint covered in keef. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard that right. It's a
So
1
like
gram
if you're
joint.
in the balcony, they're
wanna share
like
$30
right
for
over
a
there.
two-gram.
They're right over there. If
Cover
you're in the
it, yeah.
balcony, they're
Gotta-
in there.
gotta pay the bills.
And then I think they're called the Quadfather. Are you the Quadfather people?
Quadfather.
There's the Quadfather in the house.
Quadfather.
The Quadfather people.
I love their logo.
They're over there.
Where's Jeff?
I got a hat,
Clipboard?
actually.
That guy's going to make you an offer you can't refuse.
We can't hear you.
VIP booth.
Never forget the Quadfather. I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse. $15 a gram, bro. You're like, this guy really did make me an offer, you know?
Did he make you an offer you could
Yeah.
refuse?
What?
You were good with that. That was pretty good.
Right?
Yeah.
Good Brando.
Yeah, you got, yeah. I'm
I
too
think
high
you
for
could
it
do
now.
that.
Now that the
How
pressure's
high
on.
are you,
You just
Reese?
need the orange wedge.
Honestly, I'm going to admit to the viewers how high I really am. When I got here, I was already high. We had already smoked like 4 or 5 joints and done a bunch of dabs in the hotel room.
Wake
I
and
want
bake.
to shout out dabs for forever changing how you get high in a hotel room. All you
Shouts
do
to
is
dabs.
tell me right now, everybody in this room, you don't get high as fuck in your hotel room before you even leave, like at 9 in the morning to get breakfast.
Dabs.
Hey, tell me right now, you've never been like, I'm gonna go get breakfast. I'll just do a few dabs. Then you do 6, and you're like, I'll just stay here and sleep for another hour. Like, hi, room service. The guy's like, we don't have room service. Who am I talking to then?
You're like,
bro?
just run over to Timmy's, grab me a McMuffin.
You just call Timmy's and be like, yo, Timmy's, you guys do room service? We're like a kilometer away. Please, man.
You're talking to your wallet.
Please, I just did a bunch of Fat Farmer brand dabs. The best dabs. Right now.
Rita, you should look into that camera there and try that next
Bro, I'm not
time.
gonna. I'm not looking into any camera and selling any product unless it's Fat Farmer brand marijuana.
Maybe, hey,
And Fukushima's if you're walking
Craig
around.
X, give Reach the sponsor list.
Yeah, I'll just yell them out right now.
Don't yell them out in a row, because then no one fucking pays attention, Reach.
I'm
What
gonna
you're
tell
going
you
to do
straight
is
up.
you're going to run
I don't need no
commercials.
sponsor list. I've been in the. Listen, I've been in the weed world long enough that I can start naming these off the top of my head. All of them are
We
bad
found
weed
the clipboard.
puns. They're all bad weed puns. You know, like
Oh, there you go. He's got it.
zip zap dabs. You're zipped. We're zapped.
All right, tell me one of the ones that are here, Rita.
Here, I'm gonna shout out all the sponsors while
Not
also
all at
roasting
once,
the
though. It
sponsors.
doesn't make sense to do it all at once because
Here.
nobody pays attention. So just do one commercial right now. Pick one and make a commercial for it.
All right, here. Well.
You can do it, man. I believe in you.
There's a guy named the Terp King. That's huge. The guy named whoever was like, I want to enter the world of terps. Well, what are you gonna name yourself? The Terp King, bro. Well, what if you're not even that great? No. I'm the fucking king. No, you're not. You're like maybe Prince or Jester at
I
best.
think royalty's
You're just
overrated
starting out,
myself.
Bro, this guy.
You never know. He may have started as the Terp Prince.
He may have started off as the Terp Prince and slowly, what we need to do is change the guy's name to the Terp Queen. That sounds much more loving and homey. You're like, this guy's nice.
I don't know.
Because, terps are flavors, and flavors remind me of mom. My dad was a shitty cook. I'm not thinking of my dad as a flavor person.
But you're Portuguese, so your mom made all the meals anyway.
Yeah, what meals? She made everything. You need pants ironed or fixed. You need.
Terp Nobleman was
Honestly,
taken
I don't,
as well,
I don't know
too.
what it's
Not
like in
available on
Canadian
Instagram.
homes, but immigrant homes are fucked up, man. Your dad is just like, make food, get pants. You have my shoes shined. You're like, chill. That's my mom, bro. Look,
Nice.
Patience First, Saskatoon. Herb and More. Whoever named their fucking store Herb and More he didn't even try. Yo, what do you guys do?
All
We
right.
have Herb and More.
So here's what we're gonna do then.
It's accurate, though.
Like, what's the more, bro? We have filters, and we
You
also
need
have
anything else?
1 pack of zigzags that we don't sell. We just tell the people that we will in the future.
Still accurate, though.
Still accurate.
Reach, what you should do now is go over there and then charge services for marketing.
Well,
Be like,
it's
I'll
only
help
marketing
you.
if I do it in the shitty marketing voice. Herb and More, where you can get your herb and a couple other things.
That was good. That was real good.
You need a grinder? Well, we have those like $4 ones, and those are pretty sick.
There's still not a line in front of you motherfuckers?
No, man, nobody wants free dabs unless I do the commercial. Chill. Ladies and gentlemen of the Prairie Cup, make sure to get your free dabs brought to you by Continental Dabs. If you're looking to concentrate, Continental can help you.
Now don't forget to give a shout out to the glass blowers over there.
Blowing glass.
Concentrates on Instagram.
Bunch of Bunch of dudes
Concentrates is
over
not
there
a-
blowing.
In association with
Free
Continental.
blowing.
Continental premium concentrates may cause diarrhea, headaches, upset stomach, divorce. All right, like one of the weirdest side effects ever may cause divorce. You're like, wait, what was that last one? I listen for the diarrhea, dude, but I've completely
You got
taken over the show,
diarrhea?
and I'm sorry.
That's okay, Rich.
No, I'm like some weird
You're
stoner, like
fine.
rowdy fuck. I'm like, don't give me a microphone. You guys are.
I know that.
This show will go downhill so fast. People
Diarrhea
watching
joke.
online have completely left the room and are now
There's like one watching.
possibly are murdering their neighbors. They're like, buddy, I watched the show. I wasted my life. I hate you.
I think
I would agree.
No. You roasting all the sponsors is the best thing so far. Really,
I'm definitely gonna get fired for this.
Rita is trying to
Some
get
other
fired
companies
this
might give you a
weekend.
job.
They're kind of fired.
I never want to come back to these flat lands again. God damn it!
They're gonna see you running away.
You know, yeah, they're gonna see me. Mike Rita left. When 2 weeks ago, look, there he is. You see that little speck down on Main Street?
That happens to you frequently.
I really like the top drawer guy because I heard he's really good. So
The top drawer guy is the #1 premium something or other.
is it?
He's
really?
top shelf.
Top drawer guy lives up to it though, because the first thing you ever hear about him is that he's great. You're like, wow, he really is. And people are like, yeah, he's top drawer for real. And his slogan is from our top drawer to yours. You son of a bitch.
That's
yo.
so good.
You son of a bitch. What are you, my grandmother selling me weed? You fuck from our top drawer.
I don't know.
to yours.
I give that one like
Okay,
an A++.
Jebra.
That is probably one of the best marketings I saw.
Obviously,
I looked
swear to
around.
God,
I
when
was like,
legalization happens, if top drawer
Yeah.
doesn't have like a grandmother selling their shit while she eats like a warm cookie, you might like warm cookies. Well, top drawer is like a warm cookie. It's
they
amazing.
should trademark that little slogan there. That one
Top
was
drawer,
good.
the top drawer like lady needs to just be sitting on a toilet because it doesn't even matter. They need to like never talk about it, but she sells it from a toilet.
Oh man!
I'm telling you, stoner commercials need to have underlying fucked up shit happening. Like when the guy's delivering weed, like in the background, it's like a dog walking a man, but nobody ever says anything. They're like, "Yo, did you see that weed commercial? That dog's walking the man in the back."
Rita,
Because you're high, and when you saw that weed commercial, and that might not have happened.
I should start working in weed marketing.
No,
like,
you need an advertising agency
Yeah.
yourself. Yeah. Rita's Madmen.
Rita's Madman Marketing. You need crazy commercials where you've got, what are you selling? What, leashes? All right, it's a guy whipping a dog with a leash. Think about it. Think about it. PETA will be all over. No, a real dog. We need a real dog. You know? They'll sell like mad on the dark net. You know, these things will go in.
That would be a good one.
This show's completely gone downhill. We've lost all sponsorship. I think they're walking out. I think that may. Oh, no, that's just
packing up.
The tour's off, Rita. We won't be able to tour on this.
No, yeah.
I tried to bring. I told you to bring A material. I told you to bring A material so we can tour on this for like a year.
We've lost all popcorn sponsorship. We lost Orvin Redenbacher's gone, bro. Orvin Redenbacher.
That popcorn is over there is pretty epic.
He's been gone.
The hemp roots people. They got like 3 people down here working. And like, there's no line.
Fukushima Dan Peters is gonna kill me for being down here for so long. He's gonna like.
I hope he does.
Yeah. He's gonna be like, bro, come on. Yeah. Hey, he'll throw some if we get him. Toss a few.
You might be able to hit me. Let's not have that happen.
You know,
if you're in the balcony, check out the balcony section. If you're down here, like, make your way
ladies
up
and
to
gentlemen,
the
don't forget to check out the balcony. If you don't know this, there's a bunch of free things on the balcony. Just take one of their chairs home. It's the chairs. Make sure you can, it's got nothing to do with the Prairie Cup. Just if you want to take home a chair, it's a tall chair. You can do dabs on it.
It's the friendliest cup.
I don't know about that.
It's the friendliest cup ever. Take home the furniture.
Yeah, man.
There's old posters in the washroom for beer. Go take all those home.
Everyone goes home with something.
Hey, you guys in Saskatchewan have the DUI things. Like, don't get high. It's a DUI. Like, fuck you idiots.
You came up with that too, I heard.
No, that's
a total Rito when he walks into a room.
Hey, I don't work. I do anti-weed media. That's what people don't know that. I'm like very pro-weed on my personal life, but my corporate life is actually do anti-weed commercials because I know the business so well. I'm like, watch, do people doing dabs and then canceling on their friends. That's a real thing, man. Don't do these fucking commercials where people are tripping. Do dabs and then tell them to cancel on their friends right there. People that'll hit home. Be like, don't do dabs because you're gonna lose all your friends. When people are gonna be at home like, why? And it's just gonna be a guy getting high and being like, I'm gonna go out with my friends, and he gets too high doing dabs. He's gonna be like, I'm gonna pretend like I fell asleep, and it's just you watching like old Mr. Bean on TV, like
Magnum PI on the TV.
Yeah, Magnum. It's gotta be a really bad show. It can't be something like real. It has to be like you watching old episodes of like that whammy show, Press Your Luck or some shit like that. No whammies. You're even high as fuck. No whammies. Stop.
That thing was good though. You gotta admit.
No whammies.
Big bucks. No whammies. No whammies. Stop.
You watched a lot of weird TV.
Listen, man, I want you to know, man, my parents had one of those illegal cable boxes when we were kids, and they would let me like stay home for hours, and they'd be like, just watch everything, and they would even go, except between 490 and 500. I'd be like, why? That's the first thing you're gonna go to as a kid. You're like, why? Why am I not allowed to watch this? It's just people fucking. You're like, whoa, I gotta get the fuck out of here. You know? As a kid, you're like, even as a kid, you only watch porno for like a minute because it's too much. You're like, this is too much. I'm only 10. I'm not allowed to watch this.
I don't know what this is exactly.
I don't even like the dialogue. It would scare me. Do you like buns? And the lady would be like, yeah. And he'd be like, you're like, oh, this is too much for my 10-year-old brain. By the time you're 13, you're like, I've passed. I can do this. Kids nowadays don't get that. I don't know who we're talking to anymore, but it's definitely like some. If you're at home right now and you're watching and you're like 13, you don't know how good you have it. You're little whacking off.
There's no 13-year-old following this shit.
Kids don't understand what scrambled porn was. They're like, what is scrambled porn? You're like, you don't know, bro. We used to just whack it to the audio, bro. All I needed was that audio and some like.
You only really get a clear shot every like 30 seconds or so.
Buddy, what I wouldn't do for a clear tit when I was 10 years old.
Man, Reach, you just missed that. I just got whacked by that guy's flash. Watch this.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to come out here and grab your free Continental
It's
dabs.
like bouncing all off of me that way.
Get up here.
Do your ears hang low? Do your dabs burn slow? Continental Soldier dabs. All right, I'm done.
And yet there's still no line. No line.
Free dabs over here. They're all
dabs.
There might not
the upper deck. That's why.
All right, I know how to get a line there.
yeah,
There might not be a line now, so what we're going to do is we're going to give away free lines. All right, we're giving away free. All right. There's a line now for some lines. All right, I'm done. Well, we've lost another sponsor. All right.
Good job, Reach.
We've gained one cocaine sponsor, and it was actually, it's the Quad Father.
Definitely losing that.
Right.
Oh shit.
Hilarious.
What was that? I think I just got fired by Jeff. All I heard was something like, fuck you, Mike Reed. I'm like, oh, I've lost my job.
You're out here.
Mike Reed. Oh, thank God.
He says give you a raise.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I actually demand a raise. I want 2 judges' kits, even though I can't. I fly home in 48 hours. I want 2 judges' kits to hand out to the homeless of Saskatchewan.
I can see you doing that on the way to the airport.
You get a sample.
Yeah, sure. We're gonna. Honestly.
Oh, so every judge, they got these like stickers on here.
Bro, can you sit with us, or
you don't
is he
show
out
anyone
of the
that
scene
sticker.
if he sits with us? Sit with us now, bro.
No, I'm gonna go over there for a second. I'm gonna get something to drink.
You're gonna get something to drink? Who's our drink sponsor?
I don't know. You can find one out, read it out.
Okay, our drink sponsor is TCC. Oh my God, BC Canna Juice. BC Canna Juice. Are you at home looking to get high off your orange juice? Are you looking for your kids to get high off the orange juice by mistake? Wink, wink. Go to sleep, you little fucks.
Get that cold press.
No, duh, this guy's Canna Juice commercial would be the best.
That was a good one.
Your grandmother, maybe your kids in the morning when they're a little too hype.
All right.
Get that cold press.
I gotta go get something to drink, Reeds. I got the pasties.
You got?
Did you ever get the pasties? I got the pasties.
Honestly, this is a true story. If you buy Fat Farmer weed, it does not give you pasties.
That's
Fat Farmer weed may give you pasties. Do not.
So, is there like a refund if it does?
That weed can do anything, man. Does everything for you.
Oh,
Finds
yeah,
car
dude.
keys for you.
What? Okay, say you want to walk your dog, smoke that weed. You don't even remember you have a dog. Boom.
Done.
You don't feel guilt
Problem
at all.
solved.
That's
Zero
true.
guilt of not walking the dog.
They
if you
got
don't
weed
remember
for
you
that.
have a dog.
They got dog walking weed.
You know, that was a funny joke that nobody laughed at in the audience, but you guys fucked up. You guys missed out on a.
I was laughing.
On a quad to high mid joke. All right, that's how I have to relate to everybody. Dude, I just ate a sandwich. It was a quad sandwich, dude. I'm telling you, it was not a mid to low mid sandwich.
High trips.
This was a
high trip sandwich.
It was a very high in terp sandwich.
There's a lineup for dabs right now. See, it's working.
Yeah, man. I'm surprised. There should be more people down here. There's more people behind the bar than there are in front of the bar.
Same.
Which just does not make any real sense to me because it's good. I'm smoking it. Trust me, and I'm an expert.
This guy's coming to line up.
This guy's coming to line up. Look at him. He's like, bro, I brought my own unit. Yeah, he brought his own unit though. He doesn't want to dab from your unit. He's like, I do my free dabs on my own unit.
I'm too heady for you and your shit.
Everybody's trying to get through the strains.
And let's see what kind of unit it is. Oh, and it's a Patrick Redbeard. May not be a Patrick Redbeard. It's a Patrick.
It's fucking risky opening it sideways.
Honestly, if he wasn't dressed in such a reflective suit and attracting so much heat, he probably wouldn't have overheated so quickly.
Ladies and gentlemen.
That thing is shiny, man. I tell you what.
Saskatoon's popping off, yo.
Man, this is a great place, man. I'm having a good time. Glad to be back here. Also, for those of you who want to know what else is happening through the weekend, as been aforementioned, there will be the Cannabis Olympics going down, kicking off tomorrow. There's, of course, the big awards ceremony on Sunday. Also, more speakers. The Jeff's Activist of the Year Award, I believe, as well, too. Much more to come. And, of course, it will be streamed on the Pod TVs as well, too, over there. Hey, Pod TV, by the way. Good to see you. It's just more than just the voice. We appreciate everybody who's watching on the Cannabis Culture Facebook page as well, too. Sounds good. Actually doesn't look too bad. Of course, you guys are a little bit in the dark because we're not in the middle of the stage, but Continental's booth is so big over here. You know, we kind of had to shift a little bit, but it's cool. We appreciate everybody who's doing that. The stream's working out fairly well. Thank you for doing the show here. And, of course, stay tuned throughout the weekend for all the shows over there, starting and stopping. We'll probably have to start and stop the stream at one point. But after the presentation here, part 2 from Mr. Murnaugh, when he comes back here, we'll go ahead and have a DJ coming in to play some music throughout the rest of the evening. I believe there's a little after party happening on to some degree, to some effect, and then back here again tomorrow at 3:30. So with more activities then. So that's some of it. Mr. Rita will be around as well too.
Yo, I just wanted to shout out everybody who's been making this possible. Pod TV, everybody, Expert Joints. Who else am I forgetting? We got to shout out people. I had the list, but all the sponsors. Shout out Jeff one more time. Seriously, people don't get this, but this is so ahead of its time that the rest of the world, like people come over here and they don't get how amazing our community is. Like we have live glass blowing.
We're super lucky.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Where can you go and get all of this together in one place?
Yeah, and the best thing is people are coming here to get high too, which is nice. I don't know, man. We got to change the idea of getting high. Doesn't that sound so like I don't know, like because it's not about getting high anymore. Yeah, it sounds like weird. It sounds like we're doing drugs, but it's not about getting high.
To me though, I kind of like
getting normal.
Oh man, I don't know.
Heightening your consciousness.
Ultra conscious.
It's some hippie shit.
I have no more conscious. I've lost all conscious, bro. These dabs are fucking me up. But I wanted to, thank all the sponsors. Everybody who's watching online, make sure to, if you're watching and you know anybody who lives in Saskatoon, tell them to come out. I don't know what it is at the door, but don't even worry. Tell them that you know me.
$40 at the door today as well too. You can also get you can get judges passes or packs. Judges kits. That's what I was trying to say. Tickets.
Judges kits come with a stack of samples.
They'll cost less tomorrow than they did today too.
Right, but get one if you want one. They are available at the door here as well too. Plus upstairs. Can I have that vendors list for a second there?
Upper deck.
There. I won't go ahead and do it quite as well as my man did over there with a commercial for each one, but in case you're downstairs and you haven't been upstairs yet, and of course if you're upstairs and you haven't been downstairs yet, or if you're somewhere in the stairs, choose between going to see Buzz King Seeds, Shay's Roots, The Grow Room, Sustainable Organic Solutions, Quick Grow, Hayes Bros, I got it, it's my fault, I know where I should be, Hayes Bros, Compassion Club, Quad Father, Fukushima Pre-Roll Factory, The Terp King, Patients First Saskatoon, Herb and More, BC Canna Juice, Motocan, Backcountry Labs, what's going on, Dave? Top Drawer Canna, Hev 710 Baking, Thompson Caribou, shouts to the squad over there, and Prairie Cannabis as well, too. So thank you very much to all those people, and of course, Continental Concentrates, premium sponsors of the event here, and premium concentrates available, making the whole thing happen, including this joint that I'm not smoking right now. That's delicious. Chair, you good? You good?
Is this yours? Yes, it is mine.
Right?
Is it red?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is mine.
I was like, I took that from somebody today when we were session. I was like, wait, this one.
Carly probably gave it to you. She sold it to me. Maybe it's not mine.
Oh, if Carly did, oh my god.
It's all Carly did it.
Yeah.
You gonna take some more dabs here?
You want a dab? You want a dab?
I don't know. I kind of want Matt Murdo to come back here and finish his
What is Matt
tutorial.
doing?
I don't know. He's upstairs having a snack. Well, you know what? Well, then instead of us standing here idly bantering away until Mr. Murnaugh makes his return for part 2, why don't we have Josh in the booth play a little bit of music? You got some music in the back. Cool. We're gonna do that, and in the meantime, we're gonna mute the Pot TV stream for a little bit. I won't stop it just in case Matt is back before not too long, but I'm definitely going to mute it for a little bit for copyright purposes because we don't want to get hit. You know how that shit goes. So stay tuned for a little bit more, and we'll be back soon for that. Otherwise, Josh, if you'd please. And thank you very much for coming to the 2018 Prairie Medicinal Harvest Cup. Woo!
Love you, Saskatoon.
Thank you. Yeah, there we go. Okay, just so you guys know, next up on deck, we got Matt Murnaugh will be coming back here with a little bit more part 2 of his rant on judging. About 7:30 he'll be back, so that's about 30 minutes or so, 35 minutes. Also, after that, we have DJ be playing music for the rest of the evening, so that's the rest of the event schedule for now. Also, y'all over there on Pot TV and YouTube, we're going to go ahead and stop the stream just for now so that we can go ahead and restart again just before Matt comes back on. So we do thank everybody for watching on Pod TV, YouTube, Cannabis Culture, Facebook page, and also to the, Josh, can you turn off the music for a second so I don't get hit with this part with copyright in the background? Yeah, hopefully that works pretty well. Thank you very much. Hopefully I talked over that enough. With that effect, we will be back about 7:30 with Matt Murnaugh, 8 o'clock with the DJ, Pot TV, Facebook, Cannabis Culture. You watch that. So that's the housekeeping notes for that. And of course, we'll be back tomorrow as well, too, when the doors open at 3:30. We'll come back for 4:20 or something. With that, much more to see and do. I appreciate everybody in the house who's here at the Prairie Medicinal Harvest Cup 2018 version. Right? Starting to see a few more people starting to line up for some free goods. How's the glass coming, boys? Right? At least it's warm over there. If you think it's cold in this building, just go over there. Just go hang out by the glass, guys. Plus, they might give you a hug, too. They're kind of friendly. It's cool. Though we're here. We're glad to do it. I appreciate it. All right, Josh. Back to you. We're going to stop the streams, and that's it. We'll be back in a bit. Thank you very much for joining us. The 8th Annual Prairie Medicinal Harvest Cup, hosted by Continental Concentrates.